We're back. You're awake.
Sorta.
Wake up. Do a line of coke. We should just start doing coke.
No.
I mean, our viewership might go up if people just watch us do rails. Hey, did you watch those two guys do rails and talk about WandaVision for 6 hours?
It was super fast.
They had a lot of really interesting theories. What's in your cup? Coffee?
Coffee.
Here's my cup. I finally found my old chalice from LA. So happy. It was in a random box.
Was it marked Satan?
It was marked kitchen. What up? I'm waving to all these people. The problem with okay, so I'm sure you saw it, but I did a stream on Thursday where I was just opening junk, which was mostly awkward. And I set up this table here. You can't see it now, but there's a table sitting in front of me, which is nice because now everything is here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's I feel very claustrophobic in my little spot. I feel like I'm walled in. I used to have so much freedom. Now I'm very but at least my drink is not on the floor.
There you go.
So yeah, we're back. Not a lot really to get through, but we're gonna talk about WandaVision. First of all, how's the move going? I see you're still in the old house there. Still?
That was an all-day thing, and we barely made a dent.
So much for your friends.
It's amazing what you acquire over 10 years of being in one spot.
Oh, tell me about it. I left that LA apartment. It was a fucking nightmare. It was a full truck of my junk. I literally have baggage.
I multiply that to fucking a house, and it's so stupid.
Well, I mean, at least now you're probably bagging stuff up and chucking shit out, though, right? Just throwing bags of shit out. That's what we did.
I've thrown away copious amounts of things. Shit that I forgot that I even had.
Yeah, I'm pretty hoarder-esque when it comes to that kind of stuff, but eventually the pants from a decade ago, they gotta go. I've been holding my old Levi's for no reason. Gotta go.
What's stupid is there's big containers of things that I know are just junk, but I want to throw them away, but I've dug into them, and there's important papers that I need in 3 out of the 5. So I can't I gotta dig through and get these papers out, and it's stupid.
Yeah, that's moving, man.
We haven't touched any of the furniture yet. I took off next weekend from work, so I got a 4-day weekend. I might even throw 2 more days of vacation on into next week just to make sure, because we're getting a truck for that shit, and I don't even want to fucking touch it. I'm done today. Fuck.
Oh, man, moving sucks. At least you don't have to drive a U-Haul all the way from LA to San Francisco. That was a fucking nightmare. By yourself.
No, mine's literally around the corner. I turn the corner, go down 2 houses, and I'm there.
That was fucking terrible. Because it was oh, we'll save so much money if we just do it ourselves instead of hiring a moving company. And I was never again. I'll pay whatever it costs. Just fucking, you guys put it in your truck and you drive it down there. I'm not doing that shit.
It was something I thought about and researched a little bit. I would much rather have Ubers right now, but
we did hire 2 guys off of TaskRabbit, which is an app, and they helped because we boxed everything. They helped bring furniture and all the boxes from the apartment into the truck. So we got it done. We got the truck loading done in an hour because I hired 2 guys and they were super fast. And then the driving part was the fucking part I had to do, and it was terrible. It took like almost 9 hours. It's like a 5.5 hour drive usually. It's like a 9 to 10 hours because the truck is so fucking slow. It maybe topped out at like 60 miles an hour, and it's just like I'm just in the right lane while people fly around me. And it was like the worst part about that U-Haul truck is like I'm fucking like I just remember like when we're going up the hills, like through like sort because you don't go through mountains or anything, but it does go through some steep parts, and especially when you get out of LA, I had the pedal to the floor on that shit, and it was topping off at like 50, and I just kept waiting for it to just stall out and just fall down the fucking road, and I was so scared. Somehow it made it, and then it didn't have Bluetooth or anything to hook up music, so I had to listen to like a radio. And then when you're in the middle of the desert or whatever, there is no radio stations. Neat. So and then you lose signal on your phone. So I was like in silence, just listening to the loud truck bang around for hours. It was very psychological. When I was done, I was like, now I know what Vietnam War vets feel like. That's how I felt.
I know.
That's we're kin. Before we get started, truly sponsor again. Just re-upped my case for the month since I drink them.
Delicious coffee.
Disgusting.
From Bones Coffee.
Let's just get right into fucking WandaVision. I see everybody who is on is basically done.
This isn't the one I'm having, but that's what I'm drinking. It's Bones Coffee.
Yeah. Bones. WandaVision. So we watched it last night. I like that everybody, like, mostly on my timeline on the Cyclops account, watches it like at midnight on Thursday or whatever. That's not me. I'm not awake at midnight. And then I waited, and we ordered Thai food. We make a thing of it, you know. Got some Thai food, which was mediocre. And I'm telling you, takeout is trash, bro. You gotta eat at the fucking restaurants. Steaming onto the plates. You get it in the takeout. By the time your Uber Eats guy picks it up, brings it here, it's all sogged out. I'd rather just get like fast food if we're gonna and the only reason I did it is because I had a $30 off Uber Eats cup, so it was basically free. Anyways, WandaVision. Really happy with the way it ended. If anybody knows, like, I doubt anybody remembers watching the last time we talked about, which I think was like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. We had a lot of theories and stuff, and I was like twiddling with. What's nice about the show is that everyone's theories were kind of wrong, because like, Dormammu and Mephisto and all of these things, it ended up being not that. But there are still like some clues laid in there that could still be for Mephisto eventually. I don't really think that Marvel's ready to kind of do like a big Satan character. I don't know how they're gonna rock that. Like, oh, this guy's basically like Satan. I don't know how they explain that. They're gonna have to just be like, oh, he's an evil being from another dimension. Not kind of back off the hell stuff.
It's the easiest way to do it. I'm sure they'll go that route. I don't think it's anything to shy away from. Like you said, the simplest way. He's just evil from another dimension.
Yeah, bing, bong, put a bow on it. But like, really loved the episode. The key scenes for me. First things that are gonna stay with me probably forever when I think about that show are the conversation, the visions talking, that in the top of that building or whatever, when they're talking and they're like breaking down like the logic of it all. Mm-hmm. He shares the memories, which is very shout out the Crow. My pain is now your pain.
Very nice.
I immediately was like, way to rip off the Crow. I know that's not what they were doing, but I was like, those are a great way.
He's a robot crow.
And I feel like, because like Rosina and I, we both kind of looked. I kind of asked her, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna cry." There was like a part where I was feeling a lot of emotions, and the second scene for me was when it's ending, wrapping up, and they're putting the kids to bed, and they're
Yeah.
like saying goodbye. That's more than when Wanda and Vision say goodbye. That scene was more emotional to me. Like I that's when I was I felt like my face getting red and I was like welling up. I didn't shed a tear because I'm a man, but it was almost there. I was like, that was the part, like the goodbye between Vision and Wanda. Obviously, very emotional, so well done. But like that part, I was like, they're just like, just haven't watched their kids. But I like that they left the room and didn't watch it happen.
Yeah, you know that thing where like you're stifling it, like you're like you're trying to catch your breath. Yeah, I did that.
I kept thinking, and I was like, the whole time, I was like, I'm gonna cry, and then it didn't happen, but that's fine. It worked enough where it hit me. It hit me, and because it was so well done. Everything was so well done, and my final takeaway from the show is that that's like the most comic book thing they've had to. I think that they've done since. I think like the first Captain America and like the first Thor movie, because those are like long Hail Mary passes that you have to get right, because it's like, oh, he's like a skinny dork and then he gets a shot and then he's strong and then he fights Nazis. So like you gotta get that so right for it to not be fucking so corny. And Thor too. It's like, yeah, he's a big sexy god. Like I don't know why I'm doing fucking a greaser accent, but like that's how I feel. It's like you really gotta fucking nail those things. If you don't nail those tones, people are gonna hate it. But this was that was it too, because they based it around West Coast Avengers. Shout out my entire comic book timeline that was pretending that they read those West Coast Avengers books. Okay, sure you did. Sure, you're a big West Coast Avengers fan. Yeah, right. They're all X-Men fans. Don't try to fucking go back. Yeah. You might have bought the books later, or you're buying them now. But I didn't read that shit growing up because I was cool. So cool. I was a cool comic book reader. One of the cool ones.
We both were.
Yeah, exactly. But man, they hit all those tones right, and it felt. The one thing about it is it felt like a Marvel comic book. Like.
Well, I mean, there were
focused on the characters, because it was serial, week to week. Yeah. It felt like a comic book that you would read, like a run of a story arc of characters.
And there were things that were pretty much like straight out of the comics too, like when he goes to look at his body, and it's all laid out. I mean, it wasn't like the drawing that they did of it for the comic, where it was just like super stretched out and connected and shit, but I mean it was there, like her standing in front of it fucking looking at it, like, what'd you do to him?
Yeah, still a very, very traumatic image. Those kinds of images, like, so you kind of go, okay, well, I get why she's so fucked up. She's literally. We got a question. I always forget about the questions. What happens to White Vision? Ooh, White Vision. I mean, eventually, they're gonna. Because I saw a lot of people on the internet, like, maybe Tony Stark will be like embedded, like he's put his like consciousness into the Jarvis, and he'll be the new voice of Vision. I think that would be a mistake. Then you would be killing Vision like for like a fourth time. I mean, how many times does this guy fucking die? I think eventually it goes back around where, I mean, she's now. Let's really break it down. It really is her and Captain Marvel are the most powerful in the MCU. Agnes is like, you're more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. So she has more power than Doctor Strange, which I'm sure they're going to explore in Doctor Strange too. Bummed that Doctor Strange didn't show up. I kept waiting for it in the after credits. I was like, bastards.
So did I.
That's the one flaw of the show, which I get. Like, you gotta constrain your budget as best as you can, but like, at no point,
like right up to the last second of that second after credit scene where it goes through and she's sitting there reading the book. Like I expected to like at least hear his voice or something. Like him to say like, "All right, now you know," or something. But yeah,
I mean, they gave the
that
little
close.
nod to Doctor Strange, who basically did the same thing, where he was reading with his astral projections to get better at magic. Um, a nod to him, and I look forward to that Doctor Strange 2 movie. Doctor Strange was just like an okay movie for me,
Yeah,
but I'm juiced on it now because they're gonna go into all the magic and the dark
which
stuff.
I thought had some very good comic book imagery in it, as far as the Dark Realm, the way that shit looked. Uh, it was very uh, uh, Jack Kirby
Oh, definitely.
like
And
style in like real form. Like that shit was fucking incredible to actually make that shit look real from like
again,
a
just a
3 page.
comic book, because like the movies became what they are, which is like they're movies with comic book characters. They're a serial movie series, but they became a lot about the actors' performances, the
Mm-hmm.
look, and all that stuff. And I'm not taking away from it, but that show, what they did with very little, which think about Vision story arc in the movies, very minimal. For they're just like all of a sudden he was created very quickly and very little explained, and the way that they made him so perfect that, and you go back now and you watch Age of Ultron, and you go back now and watch Infinity War. Those movies are going to hit so much harder now because of the extra chunk of credibility that they gave.
I actually did go back and watch Age of Ultron. I think after the fourth episode or so, I think I watched it.
Hi Tim. Tim's on.
And yeah, I mean, just to think that that was like Jarvis to begin with, and then you got the Mind Stone in there too. But
And that's why so like when people were like talking about their disappointment of their theories and stuff of the show, and I'm like, you have to
hey, Tim.
realize that this show, while is the positive and negative of the MCU, which is everything affects the next project in a way. So
Mm-hmm.
like this is like a setup for Doctor Strange too. You're also like you're watching a complete story of these characters, but you also have to know that this is also like, because if they just jumped into Doctor Strange 2 and it's like, hey, there's all of this stuff going on, you'd be like, it seems like a jump. But now you got like a little magic. Agnes kind of broke down a lot of stuff, kind of explaining it to you. So like now you have a little more, and it's gonna feel more natural. So while people were sad that there wasn't any super big bads, you also have to keep in mind that's how Marvel operates in these movies. It's like every project is a setup for the next project.
If it is Dormammu again, or if it is Mephisto, I mean, think of that big scope of shit that's going to tie into that. Plus, you have Ant-Man introducing fucking Kang the Conqueror.
Right.
Like,
And
this just seems like a lot coming. And then you have the Falcon and Winter Soldier introducing fucking Zemo finally, like as like a good protagonist. Like that shit could fucking go on for 3 goddamn movies.
and the real money, the real fucking shit is that they're gonna, because of what they're doing, and part of the reason why they probably hired Sam Raimi is because he's a horror director. Is they're going to introduce Blade and Vampire. They're gonna sneak that in because like they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, look, now that you know that there's evil magic books in the Marvel universe, by the way, there's also monsters and all of this
Yeah.
stuff happening, and there's a guy who fights vampires. But back to what I wanted to kind of get out, my only gripe with the whole show in general is because once you set down the path, which they've done, where they did so perfectly with the last Avengers movies, where it's like something big happens, and boom, all of these heroes show up.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, the aliens. How quick did it take? Like the aliens show up, and then they show up, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" And this is like this huge event that's happening in the United States, not in some fucking alternate universe or on another planet. And at no point the War Machine or any active Avengers, because you think about who would be active: Falcon, Winter Soldier, Hulk, War Machine. Who's on Earth that would basically, and Doctor Strange, of course.
Yeah.
They kind of kicked themselves in the dick with that, because remember when Thor showed up to Earth with Loki, who showed up right away and was like, "What are you doing here?" Doctor Strange. He showed up, was like, snatch, like, "What are you doing here? I am the protector of this realm." Blah blah blah. If you do magic here, I'm aware. And they had this huge red magic square covered in fucking magic symbols, and at no point did Doctor Strange think to like show up. So I hope Doctor Strange 2 starts with, "Oh, by the way, I was out of town." I was in another multiverse, busy when this all happened. Because if they don't then he's a shitty fucking realm protector when the hugest magical event possibly ever in the MCU is happening.
I mean, I guess they can kind of sweep it under the rug as like, because they told her, or was told that she was as strong as the Sorcerer Supreme, and I don't know, maybe it can fly under his radar a little bit, but I get what you're saying. Absolutely, that it's like, hey, here's a giant beacon. Just ignore it. Nothing's going on.
And again, that is also how Marvel comics operate in general. Because if you're reading X-Men comics, that takes place in the same universe as Avengers, same universe as Fantastic Four. They all have supercomputers and telepaths and people who are aware of everything that's going on, and they have events happening in those books that should kind of trigger other people to go, "Hey, we should go figure out what's going on there."
Yeah.
And it doesn't. So that is, again, very comic booky, and they could use that as kind of like, well, that's what we do in comics.
Yeah. I mean, that's like saying anything in a Spider-Man movie and Daredevil not showing up.
Well, that's gonna change in the next one when he shows up.
Exactly. So
he's gonna be Peter Parker's lawyer when he's like all fucking in trouble for being Spider-Man.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, and it's wild that that's coming out in December.
Yeah.
That basically means that we should probably be getting a teaser trailer in the next month or two.
It's fucking bananas.
So they shot.
I'm very excited about it.
And I don't think any of the teasers are gonna feature Tobey Maguire. I don't think it's gonna be Andrew in any of the teasers.
I don't want to see Tobey Maguire's bloated fucking.
But it's happening, bro. It's happening.
I don't want to see it. It's stupid.
They're doing multiverse. You can't stop it.
It's gonna be him going.
I mean, they got kind of like, Sony made $1 billion off of fat Spider-Man in sweatpants.
It's the only thing I don't care about in the entire movie.
What if they do the same thing they did into the Spider-Verse, where he's older and like in sweatpants and he's kind of like a failure?
No.
Like, Mary Jane doesn't like him. He's got a belly. I mean, it makes the most sense for any of the Spider-Mans because he's the oldest one, the actor. So like Andrew Garfield still looks great. Tobey Maguire is like 40-some years old.
If they make a joke about him dancing in Spider-Man 3,
classic scene.
I'm gonna burn his mansion down.
Classic scene. Shout out Leo DiCaprio, who gave Tobey Maguire his whole career and continued.
I don't know. It's the one thing I don't care about is seeing.
Leo DiCaprio got offered Spider-Man when James Cameron was going to do it, and then when they were like, that fell apart, and they were going to Sam Raimi, and he was like, "Who should be Spider-Man now?" And Leo was like, "Hey, how about my bestie, Tobey Maguire?" Hey, look, it's the draft pod. By the way, I'm so sad that I can't play music on this fucking live stream anymore. I feel like I am in a quiet coffin of silence.
It is weird. It's super weird.
I like having like a tone, but man, motherfuckers, Instagram's really cracking down on that shit. They've improved the live, obviously, but where it doesn't cut off at the hour mark anymore, and you can have 4 people on.
They're like any good god. They give it and they take it away.
Good God. Anyways, back to WandaVision. Before we get too derailed. Also, the suit, dope. I will definitely pre-order the first action figure that pops up. They've already announced a White Vision figure, Marvel Legends, but they have not announced Scarlet Witch. Because I was like, she was fighting.
Did you see that White Vision 3-pack fucking skyrocket?
Huh?
The price for the White Vision 3-pack?
Oh yeah, that's gonna go down because they're releasing an actual MCU one.
Yeah, but it's up right now and it's stupid.
So many people get flagged right now. Copyrights, yeah. Like I said, I did this on Thursday. I did a toy unboxing, and I made the mistake of playing In Excess at the beginning.
That very recent popular band, In Excess.
And then Instagram's like, and then they fucking like with their algorithm science shut me down. And then it's like it tells you that they blocked the video, and then it's like, would you like to basically like submit a claim that says you have the rights? And I was like, yeah. So I clicked it. I was like, I have the rights to use this song. What are you gonna do? Like fucking, are In Excess lawyers gonna come after me for this? I was like, it said that they were gonna contact the rights holders, which I'm guessing is the record label. I was like,
that's hilarious.
If the fucking intern at whatever record label gets like an email or a notice, like, yeah, this guy is opening toys to your music. Is that okay? And I know it's all automated, but like, still, it's such a stupid fucking thing because it sounds like shit. No one is like, oh yeah, I only want to listen to this one video for this song forever. I'm never gonna try to find this song on a better fucking platform. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest shit.
It's like you turn it on and then somebody walks in and just gives you like a handful of cash. Like you're getting paid to play it.
I'm totally getting rich over here on my fucking toy unboxing video with my fucking 2 minutes of excess. Yeah, so now because I like playing songs before I get going because it gets me juiced. I like listening to music, have a couple steps. Just play lo-fi beats. Lo-fi beats. I'm not a Gen Zer studying for finals, so I don't listen to lo-fi beats. What's some of that human music from Rick and Morty? Like, we're gonna just have to have some Nerdicide theme music. Tim, feel free to make us some music.
Yeah, Tim, get a hold of me. I have a couple ideas for a Nerdicide.
I would like a punk song. Because Nerdicide, I just feel like it's like it should be fast and be like really dumb, like a fucking punk song, like really fast, just like yelling a bunch of stuff about like pop culture, and then being like.
We're on the same page then, because that's exactly where my brain went. So
perfect. We're always on the same page, baby. Except for Halloween. Not Halloween horror bracket.
Our thoughts are literally on the same page, but they conflict.
But I don't know what else to say about WandaVision. I like any good show. Sad it's over.
Yeah.
I am probably not gonna go back and watch it anytime soon. I mean, Jesus Christ, the fucking Falcon Winter Soldier starts in like a week and a half. It's coming so quick.
I think it's only a week away, ain't it?
Yeah, that's so close, and I'm trying to catch up on movies, which I would like to talk about also.
Maybe it is 2 weeks. I think it was Friday at work. Guy I was talking to about WandaVision. I think he said 2 weeks on Friday. I'm not sure.
And what I like about that show is it's a completely different vibe. They're just doing like action movies, spy stuff. Completely different vibe. And that's what you should want from these kinds of projects. Like Loki should feel like a completely different thing. I really want Doctor Strange 2 to feel. I want to feel the Sam Raimi stuff. Like I want to feel. I want his camera shit in there. I want to feel like this is.
But
Because
didn't
Sam Raimi's
Bruce
not a
Campbell
small
say
director.
that he's got a role in that?
Because like MCU kind of controls
That he
the
did.
directors. Like you can do what you want to a degree, but it has to also look like this. It has to fit in our little box. But I want because when he did the Spider-Man movies, he did all the Evil Dead camera stuff in those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Those those Spider-Man 2, those Doc Ock scenes are straight Evil Dead camera work. It's just the tree branches, but they're fucking tentacles. And if he doesn't do that shit again, I'm gonna be real sad. And they better do all of it. And like Alfred Molina again, also coming back for the new Spider-Man as Doc Ock, which is wild because he's like what, 70? Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
A little
No,
surprised
cool
that this was close. I enjoyed the beginning episodes more than the later episodes of WandaVision. I've seen people saying both versions of that, where they didn't like the beginning and they like the end, or they like the beginning of the end. I like the whole thing. I think it's a complete, perfect thing. Where
I've seen more people say that they didn't like the early episodes.
Yeah, I have too, and I called
not on board till like season or the episode 4 or whatever, but still, I'm with you on that again. The whole thing was perfect.
Yeah, they should get some.
Played out right.
Hopefully, they get some Emmy nominations for the production design, the costuming, the fact that they nailed the tone of all of these classic sitcoms perfectly. While they might not get like best show or whatever or acting nods, they should get those design nominations because they were perfect. They did such a good job. Multiverse Draft Pod. Should be Draft House. Yeah. I don't think Katie's still here, but I'm going to wave to her. Ow. Wave. My camera thing is so far away, so every time I have to wave, it's far away. She's already gone. She's like, bye now. So another thing that's fun about this new live update is it doesn't cut off at the hour mark. So I'm just going to have to just generally pee when I want to, not at the hour. But it hasn't been an hour. I'm still going to try to pee at the hour, so I got like another 20 minutes. But I've been drinking a lot of liquids. All in all, I say WandaVision 10 out of 10. As far as like if it was a movie, I'll talk to the homies about changing to the draft house. Tell them to change it. Are they still on? Is DraftPod still on? Or Tim's gone? I was hoping Andy would come on maybe in the second hour. I really want to see. I want to see like this fucking more than 2 people on live. I want to see what it fucking looks like. I'm very
give us a hand with that, Andy.
I want to see, like, I was hoping 4, but I told Drew's probably asleep in a pile of Undertaker plushies. But I'd love to get 4 people on. Yeah, maybe in the second hour. If Fancy Dave wants to come on, I don't know. Maybe you were horribly burned in a fire. Maybe you don't want to show your face. I don't know what people look like, and they're just like, I'm in a little room. And they're like fucking all creepy. Maybe better. So yeah, maybe in the second. Well, maybe when we get to like the 8:05 mark, Andy, if you can hang on till then, we'll come on. I really want to see like multiple fucking things. I want to see how it performs. I want to test it. I'm sad it's only 4. I wish it was like fucking 8 or 9 that you could just pack motherfuckers in.
Be hilarious.
All these little fucking squares. Like, hello. They look like fucking. That's what I was thinking. I was like Hollywood Squares. I want it to look like Hollywood Squares, where it's just people.
Just tiny little icons. It looks like the icons on your phone. They're so small.
Yeah, little thumbnails, like yelling thumbnails. Drew got a PS5. Shout out Drew.
Oh, that's right. He did get a PS5. He's dead to the world.
Well, unless you have anything you want to say about WandaVision, I've kind of said a couple things that I really wanted to focus on. Oh, her hair, so hot. When she was full on Scarlet Witch with the wanna, I was like, she looks like fucking Lita Ford. I was like, give her a fucking Stratocaster and like have her play a fucking guitar solo on that fucking outfit. She's rocking with that fucking Aquanet hair. And then I like when she undid it. It's like just normal hair again.
Yeah.
I was bummed that the costume didn't come sooner because she literally fought Agnes for most of the episode in her sweats.
Dude, I was just gonna say it, like a hoodie, sweats, and some trainers.
I guess that's mom life for you. If you're a mom, you know, you just gotta put on the Target sweats and look like a witch.
like a like a lazy Sunday ponytail.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's all I have for WandaVision. Like I said, sad it's over. Great show, 10 out of 10. I couldn't have asked for more. It really set the bar really high, so I hope that Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be just as good because, goddamn, that's a first bar to set is pretty strong. So like this show has to be pretty good too.
And honestly, who would have thought that dynamic would have been that interesting in the first
Just
place?
a great concept out the gate. And that's like it. Like I said before, felt like a comic book concept. Felt like you're watching a comic book week to week. People are mad that each episode wasn't like an hour and stuff, and I totally get because you want more. But because like you read a comic, it's like 5 minutes. Like if you're really reading it, it's like bing bang bong, and you're just through it. So looking at the new costume kind of reminds me of the Enchantress from Thor's side of Marvel. I thought, wildly enough, it reminded me a bit of Magneto's Age of Apocalypse costume.
Oh
which would be fitting because it had a lot of streamlined lines. It wasn't like a lot of solid pieces. It was a lot of lines, which that reminded me of. The Age of Apocalypse was a bit more armor.
And the color too, like the not stark red, but like the maroonish in the dark.
I wish they would have gone full red. I think it would be a very like cool like. You remember when they did Avengers and then they did the one with Captain America and the fucking one bright blue costume and they never did it again. But I was like, that's kind of to me like how it should be. Like he's a cornball. Like he should show up in bright blue all the time. Like he shouldn't look that cool. When he did the dark costume and the beard, I was like, that looks fucking badass. But I was like, also not Captain America. He should be in the bright blue cornball outfit all the time. And I feel like because you're so powerful, it's like Wolverine. Wolverine runs around and kills motherfuckers in bright yellow with blue undies on. And you know why he does it? Because he's a bad motherfucker. What are you going to tell him? Well, he's ripping your guts out. A nice yellow outfit. Like, Scarlet Witch is now the most powerful person in the MCU. And it's just like, oh, your costume's a little bright. And she'll just rip you into another dimension. Like, who cares?
I fucking love that shit, though, when they did the Halloween costumes. The way Vision looked was pretty awesome.
What up, Joe Russo?
Oh, hey, Joe.
He's gone already.
Good job, Joe.
Hey, I was going to say, if you wanted to come on, give his WandaVision thoughts. Anybody wants to come on and rant about WandaVision? Yeah, it's just Fancy Dave and Draft Pod. I think I have to pee, so let's take a pause. I can't hold it any longer. And it's good time, because after this, I want to show off some Blu-rays and a couple toys. And then maybe after that, we can have Andy come on, shoot the shit. But let me go urinate. Normally, there'd be music playing, but now you have to just stare at a cold, quiet background. Feel free to keep talking, though.
Why? My favorite part. Where I just sit here, stare. It's great. Super great. Bibbidi. Going to bed.
I'm back.
Yay.
Rocks me up. Is that a term people use?
Apparently.
This must be a Florida term.
Sounds like it.
I'm back. It looks like we lost Fancy Dave. Oh my god. That's what I get for going to pee.
My fault.
Maybe. Yeah, it's your fault. Let's show off some things. So, like I messaged you last night, I was watching Return of the Living Dead Part 2, and that is because I bought it. Because obviously it's not streaming anywhere.
Yeah.
It's right here. Bow. I kind of splurged on a Scream Factory sale. So I'm just going to show off some movies here real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what we'll do. I'll put up a movie, and you, as quick as you can, say one word. First word that comes to your head when I say
Okay.
movie. Are you ready? All right, this will be fun.
Yeah.
So we'll just start over, okay? Here we go.
Seen it.
That's 2 words. Already a minus. You ready?
Fun already.
Bing.
Awesome. Nice.
Bump.
Pussy. I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay.
Zach.
Come on. Say a word. One word.
Good. Fuck.
Come on.
Bees.
Bees. There you go.
Pantera.
Pantera. Last one.
Cake.
Cake. That's my fat new stack of Blu-rays.
No, I said pussy to people under the stairs because it's like my favorite fucking Ving Rhames line ever. When he's talking to Fool and he says, "Yeah, and the president's gonna make me the secretary of pussy."
Yeah, I was like, I saw that sale, and a lot of those were
Such a weird thing to say to a child.
I'm sure I've said worse.
Probably.
I was like, I gotta scoop these because like, I've been kind of quiet on my Blu-ray buying, and I was like, I gotta scoop this. And what was that? Is like, what's nice about the Shout Factory stuff is it has tons of extras. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Eternal Living
They go-
is like, it actually has a
That
lot
shit.
of stuff. I was like, and now I want to kind of go get because my Return of the Living Dead is like a cheapo $5 bin version. So now I'm gonna go back and buy a nicer one so I can have the extras. Because I was like, Rosina passed out, and I don't think because I've seen 3 and like some of the other ones like more recently, but I don't think I've watched 2 since like high school. So I had forgotten everything except for like the hospital scene. By the way, has there ever been like a movie series that has more just nonstop whining and loud yelling than Return of the Living Dead with these men just like screaming like, "Oh God, ah!" Like you just have that playing. It's not a quiet movie. Like,
No.
it's fucking loud. People are yelling the whole goddamn time. But we watched it last night, and I was like, man, this humor, Like, I get what they were trying to do. They were really going for like the 80s Spielberg kind of vibes with the kid and shit. Like they were trying to do like oh, it's like a Goonies thing, but like the jokes, man, that Michael Jackson shit. Whoever was like, have I got Michael Jackson come in and dance while he's being electrocuted should be blacklisted from film forever, because that is such a dumb thing to do. But also like kind of perfect for the movie, because the humor is just so bad. Like the humor is pretty funny in the first one. And then the second one, it's like, what if that humor was like PG for 12-year-olds? Is what they did.
Yeah.
But I now own it, and I was watching some of the special features, and that was fun. And it was cheap, so worth it. Super stoked on the Creep Show. I'm actually gonna order the Creep Show 2 from Arrow Video here pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
I want to watch that because I love the Creep Show movies. In my favorite. I love Tales from the Dark Side a lot too, so much.
Dude, that movie is fucking sweet.
That fucking gargoyle shit. When like, I think you were doing like you did a thing with Caleb, which was like movies that scared you as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
The gargoyle shit when I was a kid, that was the shit that fucked me up. I don't know why, but like I could not get through it. I used to watch that movie with Jim because he had it on VHS. Of course.
Oh hell yeah!
And I couldn't get through. I remember watching with my mom and Wes, and I was like, I couldn't get through it. I would hide. The gargoyle was so scary. And I don't understand why that got me so bad. But I love that fucking movie. And those are.
I'm trying to think of like the first time I saw that, and I don't remember. Like I remember watching it a bunch, but I don't remember like the first time I saw it.
I need to see this.
But I remember it being like a big deal. Like all of us like gravitated towards that story the most.
I want to kind of address this comment here. I need Cyclops Visor from X-Men LD3 Lights. Now, this guy, I don't know who he is. He follows me. Tyler DelareEmail.com. He sent the same exact message when I was doing this stream on Thursday, and then I had Dakota come on, who was Cincy Toys, talking about collecting and stuff for a few minutes. He sent it once when I was on, then the same message again when he was on. I don't know if this guy's a bot, but like, what kind of bot is asking for Cyclops visors, or if he's just like maybe slow. Either way, Tyler DelareEmail.com. I don't know what you're saying, and I can't help you. So please stop saying that into the chat. It's weird. Are you a robot? Is your brain broken? Please explain further.
Type that shit into a Google bar.
Yeah, I don't know what you want me to do, but I was like, I don't know what that means, and I don't have it. Anyways, a couple more things I want to show off real fast.
It's a fucking Cyclops visor with
Yeah, here it is, the thing you want. Go to hell, bro. You'll never get one. I got some new pins from one of the goats, pin collectors, Fuel Arsa.
Hell yeah.
I got the green Peter Steele. I have this in silver. He did a silver as well.
Green man.
You tagged me in this. I got the Clint Eastwood.
Love it.
Name, silver and black. I really wish he would go into doing gold and black pins. That's my dream for him. But silver is fine. Then I got the Lemmy Motorhead horns.
Nice.
I don't know. I can't master the focus. And then I got the Vinnie Paul and Dimebag Pantera Bros pin.
Oh yeah.
I love to death. Also better for me to wear than the Dimebag pin, because the Dimebag pin has a Confederate flag on the guitar.
Yeah, I was gonna say the lack of Confederate flag on the Vinny and Dimebag is worth it.
I can't wear it in public because I live in a very non-white area. Speaking of non-white areas, my favorite Target is in Emeryville, which is near Oakland. Oakland is very good, strong population of Black folk, and always go to that. I like that Target best because every time I'm there, a middle-aged black woman will give me a compliment. I got another one today. Standing in the drink soda aisle, looking at energy drinks, as I'm known to do, trying new energy drinks. She comes up to me, and I kind of didn't hear her at first, and she basically said, "You've got a lot of swag," and I was kind of confused because I heard it but I didn't see it, and then she walks by me with her cart, and she doubled down, and she was like, "You look dope," and she's like, "You look dope," head to toe with the fingers, and I was like,
very nice.
That's not the first time that's happened at that fucking Target. A lot of Target ladies who work there, who are predominantly black women, always compliment my outfits. So that's my favorite fucking Target. I was wearing this, but with a different T-shirt, but same vibes. And they like it, and I like that they like it, and it makes my day. And I don't get those compliments from white ladies at the white Target. I just don't.
Yeah, I usually get like very, very rarely like a young girl at a Meyer or like Michael, and they say it very, very quietly. I like your pins. That's all I get. That's all I get. I like your pins.
I get a lot of like one thing about the pins is funny because like it's almost I wear a lot of them, but I also don't want people to talk to me about it. I was in Safeway like a month ago, and this guy, huge giant mongoloid. Can we still say mongoloid?
I don't know about that one.
But he was definitely a slow man, big guy. He had big Goonies vibes. Big guy barreling towards me down the soda aisle. Again, in the soda aisle where I am a lot. And he's like a good 20 feet away, and he's like pointing at me. And I think I have the jacket with the gold pins on, which are even more shiny than the silver. And he's like, what's on your jacket? And he's like fucking pointing. He's come towards me. And I was like, oh god, this big. I almost said the R word. This big man. Don't have to edit it out later. He's gonna just pick me up and throw me. But he was like, what's on your jacket? And I was like, and without making eye contact with him and continuing to move without stopping, he's coming towards me. He's just eyes on me and the pins, and he keeps going. And he's like, what's on your jacket? And I'm like, pins. And I just keep going. And he's already behind me, and he goes, that's so cool. And I can like hear him. And I was like, I just go immediately out the aisle and just keep going. We're not going to talk. We're not going to fucking talk. I don't want to like have a conversation with this big giant man. Because also like, it's one thing when people they see the pins, they go, oh, they think it's almost like a part of the jacket. Like it's a style thing. And then they start looking at the pins. Like the cashiers are the ones who don't give you those vibes, because when they read like Yesterday Satan or the Satanic Army, then their gears start turning and go,
yeah,
Satanist in my register, and they're not really so keen on the pins anymore. But from a distance, people like them. I just don't want to have a conversation about them at the grocery store or at Target.
Yeah.
I want people to see them in the sense like, that looks cool. Don't want to talk about it. That's the vibes. Don't talk to me about it. It's like if I saw somebody and I like their shoes, I'm like, oh, your shoes! What's with your shoes, asshole? They're not gonna fucking harass.
It's on your feet.
Or even because I see
in Chelsea, that's creepy.
I see dudes all the time with cool band t-shirts of bands I like or cool shit, and I never once go, oh, you sure? I like it. I never fucking like I chat someone or anything. I pocket it away. I'm like, that's a cool shirt.
Like I usually don't. I don't think I ever have had a guy say anything about my pins.
Can I screenshot while this is on?
Except for at like work. What?
I can. I just did it. I had to screenshot Fancy Dave. What is Drip But Swag persisting? Shout out. Good, great play on Wanda Vision. I screenshot that. It'll make the gram later.
Nice. Um, I think it's because of where I live in rural ass Ohio, where it's
Oh yeah,
just fucking doorknobs and thumbs. Like they see that shit, and it's always like the hours that I keep. I'm headed home when these guys are headed into work.
right.
That's like the most I see of anyone. Is I'll stop at the gas station, buy cigarettes on the way home or something, and it's usually like looks of disgust. Like you look gross. Fuck
I
you.
you would think like because I live in the Bay of California, but even here you get a lot of looks from mostly people who work at stores and stuff, not so much people out and about. They're very like it's a very welcoming city, but if you're wearing something like if I'm wearing like a witch shirt and has a big goat with a pentagram on the forehead, there people aren't feeling those vibes no matter how open minded they are. They can't hide their like I guess true nature. If you're a religious person and you see things that are kind of like, oh, I don't like that, they kind of will
Dude,
give you.
speaking of that shit, I had somebody at work last week. Um, we for Christmas at work they gave us these nice zip up fucking jackets.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been wearing that instead of my actual work shirt, and I just wear my regular shirts underneath of it. Well, I was doing some shit and it got like super fucking hot in the building, so I took it off and I realized that I had my black Phillip on from Paul Bearer Press.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's the goat head on the pentagram with two fucking inverted crosses on it. And I'm doing shit and I look up and there's a dude standing like at the end of the machine and he's just staring at me and he's like shaking his head. And it's like, dude, what's your problem? Like, what are you telling me no about? And he's like, I don't like your shirt. And I go, I love it. It's a good shirt. he just he just went back to shaking his head. He's like, no. I was like, dude, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, people will be like, they'll be anti stuff like that. But then if you were wearing like a Jason or Freddy, something more of a cultural horror icon, they're like, cool shirt, I love Jason and Freddy.
Yeah,
Where it's literally about demons who murder people
yeah.
endlessly. If you put like an upside down cross on Jason or a pentagram, they're like, oh, that's evil. But before it was fine because he's just a guy in a
Yeah.
hockey mask.
I can get behind a hockey mask, but when you put an inverted cross on it, that's where I draw
I
the
mean, like,
line.
I do. There are certain times I do take off certain pins. Like if I go, like, if I have to like meet with somebody or whatever, like I will take off the Satan pins just because I don't want to talk about it. Because obviously I'm not a Satanist because I don't want to pay the membership fee. Too expensive. It's like $300 to get like a certificate. That seems like very, but whatever.
You need a certificate for. You can just say I'm a Satanist, and then you become one.
Yeah, I,
It's that simple. I don't need a piece of paper.
I just think it's funny. I think it's funny. I think this stuff is funny. That's why I'm like,
It
and
is funny.
the witch and stuff. I love that movie, and it's not because it's not has even nothing to do with the fucking nothing to do with Satan at all. So
Right.
nothing. Um, I'm gonna show off this little thing here. I did a
That's what makes
stream on, like I said, Thursday with the toys. I opened this up, and I did not put it together because it would have taken a while on the stream for me to do. But I built the X-Men Transformer, which, by the way, I have not put a Transformer together since I was like maybe in grade school, elementary school, and it was hard. I was reading the directions. It took a while.
Yeah, I
But here
can't
it
remember the
is.
last time I even touched a fucking Transformer.
Here it is
Holy
put
shit.
together. This is the X-Men Transformers mashup put together. Before it was a Blackbird jet.
That's awesome.
He's got the visor, and I guess this would be like Psylocke. And then the
That's what I was thinking.
red
Psylocke.
Wolverine go on there. If he didn't have the visor, I would have never bought it.
Yeah.
But it took me
What's
a
on
while
his
to put it
knee?
together. And I'll probably never undo it back to the Blackbird because why would I? So
Right.
it's just gonna stay like this forever.
That's awesome.
Eric Chikolska, Guinness guy, he commented on the YouTube video that he was happy that I put it because he was like, I might get 2 and keep 1 of each, 1 still Blackbird. And I was like, you do you, bro.
Sounds like something he would do.
I wanted to show you this. This is a fucking sick ass Batman figure. This is the Batman Gold. What the coolest part is that fucking cape on the back, my guy.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
The knives. This is the Batman Gold, the one that Mcfarland designed for the series.
With his Spawn gauntlets.
Yeah, it's very, very McFarlane-y. Look at the shoulders.
Oh shit.
But it's pretty dope. I don't like the goggles, but you can take them off.
Dude, honestly, every time I draw Batman, that's the only way I do his shoulders.
Also wanted to show you. I also got this. The Cyclops.
Oh, nice.
Big pin. Again, another thing that I opened it on the stream on Thursday, but I wanted to show you because
that's awesome, dude.
These just came out, the second wave of the X-Men series. There's still.
Let's see the back of that.
Huh?
Let's see the back of that.
It's just a picture.
That's super cool, though.
The
only figure I have is Miles.
I got the Batman Aqua Lady, DC McFarlane, which I was like kind of meh over, but it's got some really great details, which will not show up on this live stream. Super dope.
I only saw like thumbnail pics of that, and I wasn't sure what that was.
Yeah, it's all from the Dark Knight's Metal series, where Batman, they're different variation of Batmans from different Earths, and this one is obviously like a variation.
Oh.
He's Aquaman and a lady.
And those come with a Build-A-Figure, right?
This one does not. These two,
No?
No. Only some of them. Oh, and what I also opened on the stream on Thursday was the fucking Toka and Razor. I said, let me tell you about how fucking aggressively pointy these things are. Like, painful to touch. Painful.
That looks amazing.
This shit fucking hurts. Like, if you kept this in your car and somebody was fucking with you, you could bash their fucking face with it. They'd be sorry, bro. This thing is serious. It weighs like 3 pounds of plastic, and this thing is not.
Even his nails look super sharp.
Yeah, they're a little wobbly, but they're pointy as fuck.
Is his beak like super sharp too?
His beak, also, what's cool is it moves, it adjusts a little bit.
Oh shit.
And the mouth also opens and shuts.
Fuck.
Yeah. They really did a great job with these two. See the mouth, and then he's like, I'm yelling, and now I'm not. Same thing.
Mama.
Same thing with this guy. His mouth. What's cool about this one is that the armor is loose because it's actually not glued on.
That's
are
sweet.
real chains. So this is
Wow.
all just kind of sitting on him. It's not like glued on. The leg armor is, but the chest plate and the back plate are attached with that chain. Same thing with the mouth. Opens, closes. Pretty fucking sick. Glad I was able to get these.
These things are gigantic.
Yeah, they're huge. They're not gonna fit in my villain section at the top up here. They're just not.
Right.
There's no space for them. I'm gonna have to find like, and I didn't even pull out like all the accessories, like the ooze canister and the fucking loose donuts and a box of donuts and all of the pipe and all of the weapons and the shield and everything.
Did that come with like one of the cubes too? Like the ice cubes?
I don't know if it has a fire extinguisher. I think a smashed donut that's open, and then hands and weapons. The box of donuts. Favorite McFarlane DC figure you own so far? It's got to be probably the Robin Crows, which I don't think you can see them. Oh, they're right there. The Robin Crows are so Greg Capullo, I don't know how to say his name. The design on the faces is like his artwork, just absolutely perfect. literally physical embodiments the way he draws. Those little guys are so fucking dope.
Oh yeah.
You guys ever play with your action figures? I talked about this
Oh hey Jess.
Thursday. I don't. I just open them. If I'm opening them, they usually just get displayed, and then that's kind of the end of it.
Mine usually don't come out of the box at all.
Yeah, I'm not really like trying to like do a storyline in my living room with a bunch of figures.
I'm not above it.
But I feel like that's also like that question is a bit of an insult, sneak diss insult to collecting, which I feel like is like, what year is it? 1990. Get a.
I don't know, man. I was thinking about it because of the new room and everything. I do have some nice shelves.
Do it, dude. You gotta compete with this beautiful setup.
I know. I was trying to lay it out today, and I got some things in there. Like I don't have the bed frame in yet, but I got the mattress in there, and I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
He says, I've yet to see a Robin out in the wild. They look nice. They are nice. I highly recommend ordering them if you see them for retail price, because I think in like a month or two, they're going to go up way in price. The Mcfarland stuff is really popular. I forgot to show you this. I got the Garbage Pail Kids Cyclops card. Wanda Vision. Pretty fantastic.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'll look into it, Jess.
These are both. This right here behind me is a Detolf IKEA shelf. It's $70. Doesn't come with lights. I put the lights in, but that's your best bet. But the problem is, like, if you do shipping, like the shipping on IKEA is really expensive. So you have to drive to one. I suggest driving, making sure they have them in stock before you go. But they are, for the money, they're the cheapest glass display cases you can get. And then I will show you, for anybody else who might be watching this later. I don't know the actual brand name of this, but Amazon has these.
Oh shit!
This is what I use. They're like clear steps. So like if you look behind me, like they're layered up 4 layers. This is your best bet. It basically fills the whole, because it's almost, I think it's like 11 inches. This is like 12 or something, 13 inside. So it fits it perfectly. And they're on Amazon. And they're not, you get a set of 2 for like $25. They're not expensive.
Jess, you guys got those at the record store? The steps?
Detolf. Maybe she means the Detolf shelves. Or the step shelves. Because like before I was like, oh, I was just getting the clear spice racks that people put in their cupboards, but they're too low. That one is nice because they're super high. And then you can see like more of the figure per step.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Well, the shelves that I got are like, I think they're like 5 feet, 4 feet long, 4 or 5, and I got to move 2 of them to get my big shelf in there, but they're pretty deep too. So I think those will fit real good on there.
So deep, put your ass to sleep.
Oh boy.
I need a drink refill here. I'm about to get me another Truly here in a minute.
Yeah, I forgot to grab one when I came back in.
We are at a good point, I feel like, where I'm done showing off junk. I think that's all the junk I wanted to show off. Except for this junk. Zip.
Ooh.
Here's my very cold penis. Yeah, like I said, spice racks are good. But they are the steps are too short. So if you collect, they're good for Funkos. But it's like the problem with the short spice racks is these are very high. So if you got the spice rack, it's going to maybe go to here. Yeah. And then you're going to have all this empty space in your shelf. These ones, what's nice about these from Amazon is that they're nice and high. So if you have a 6 to a 7-inch figure, like you can see, like they're all to the back row, they're to the top.
Oh
So it's all
yeah.
quite nice. It feels like a whole square. Same thing with the top, which you can't see there, but this one, and then my RoboCop one, I have the spice rack because I had to fit the Ed 209 in there. Like he can't.
Oh yeah.
He has to have more space. But if you're just doing individuals, 5 to 7 inch figures, these are the way to go for sure for this guy.
Is there room on those steps for like bases?
Yeah. The Wonder Woman and the Spawn are both Mcfarlands, and they have the circle bases on the bottom to keep them
Nice.
sticking up. Because
Perfect.
these are like they've got to be at least 3 inches wide each step. Like I can't recommend these enough because they're so cheap. But what was sucked is like one of the big toy Instagrams like shared this on fucking Instagram and they sold out like next day. They were all sold out. So they might be coming in and out. Then same thing with the Detolf shelves because like collectors use them exclusively now and they're always sold out. So like it's hard to get those now too. Because I have two. One is the Cyclops one, which is out of off frame. Which is not full Cyclops stuff yet. But they're the perfect things for like I have just the LED lights in each one, or the little what are they puck lights?
Oh yeah.
I actually have LED strip lighting that I'm going to install into this to every side to make it even brighter. Sweet. But I get to do it because I'm a lazy person.
It happens.
It does happen. But if you and these actually like Funkos too. If you have Funkos, these are perfect for Funkos. If you wanted to see a Funko, like if you wanted to see each Funko and also eat up the whole shelf, this is your best bet too. Because they're so high up, they don't cover themselves up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that has been the TED Talk on shelves.
Some killer content.
Cheers to my tiny chalice. Baphomet.
I'll cheers you with my coffee cup.
Great. Andy, are you still there? If Andy's still on, we should try the 3-for. Anybody else, by the way, I should keep mentioning this as we go along. Anybody else wants to come on? If you want to just come on at any time and be like, fuck you guys are ugly, feel free to send us a request just to hop on the video and be like, you guys are ugly dorks. And you can come on and tell us that. Feel free. Because now that we can have up to 4 people
jump on
time,
and tell us to shove a shelf in our ass. Who cares?
Oh, I think he just hit us with a request. Somebody did. Yeah. Hold on, Andy. I'm gonna go get another drink, and then we'll come back and we'll have Andy from Draft Pod. You guys can. You just hold the fort for a sec. Let me get you a drink.
Again. But I need a drink also.
Do what you need to do.
And I gotta pee. Andy, I have something very specific to talk to you about. I need your input. Yeah, he could have, but he walked away. Yes, it is. It totally is. Oh, thanks, Jess. Appreciate it. You guys have to come soon. Check it out. It still doesn't feel real, Jess, that we actually have it. While we were over there today, I was talking to Lynn about it, and I was just like, it doesn't feel real at all. Very strange. Always doing that. I found some patches. Oh, thanks, Andy. Yeah, so until he comes back, I found a whole thing of patches that I need to put on my jacket. Found a Spider-Man patch. Found a Cinema Wasteland patch. The State Highway Patrol patch.
I'm back. I'm back in the saddle again.
Ah! Sorry, I was showing patches that I found.
You're showing what?
Awesome. Some patches that I found. Like digging shit.
What did I miss? Any comments here? But stoked about your new place. Congratulations. Could add me. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm caught up.
Justin, look at this patch I found.
It's backwards. Oh, shit. Wow.
Cool. Mothman patch.
All right, take a quick break for our sponsor, Truly Iced Tea, Raspberry Tea. The drink for real men.
For real men. Favorite one. Hookers.
Hookers.
Cult of the Hooded Ghost. Sweet fucking Acid Witch.
By the way, I got a notification for Rucking Fountain for the They Live shirt I ordered, but they still have not shipped the Return of the Living Dead shirts.
That's crazy.
He made the fucking label. I'm telling you, just go find him. He lives in Toledo. Just go knock on his door and be like, motherfucker, where is my shirt? I had no idea that guy was based in Toledo. I just be like, just fucking send it here.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. I like that.
All right, Andy, anytime. You want to come on? I'm ready for it.
There's one of Dave's Heavy Metal Vomit Party patches.
Beep dappity boopity pop.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious finding that fucking turnoffs fucking patch.
Turnoffs. Also, I'm wearing my Exodus shirt tonight. Everybody be jealous.
I love it.
Love it. Says requested. Oh, I think I saw it's still there. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna send you a request. Maybe that'll work.
Do it, Doug.
I don't know how it's gonna frame us when it goes into 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird, I'm sure.
It's gonna leave like a whole. Maybe it'll make one of us a square and the other 2 rectangles.
Mm-hmm.
Did that work? I sent you a thing and then a thing and then request. Oh, here we go. Send request. Still staying send request.
Strange.
Says requested. Says.
It's good to see they worked all the bugs out.
It's funny because it says like there's a request from that. Maybe you need to Andy. Maybe you need to restart your Instagram and kind of uncancel that request. Because I feel like it still says your request is there, but then so I send you a request and it's like kind of I think if they're butting heads. Since I didn't accept the first request you did a while ago. That's my bad, dog. I know he's resetting because it went to 2.
2.
He's back. I see a 3. Still no request. Watch it be like I have to do it on my end. Requests. Anyone who can see this person who watch this live too. It says unable to join. Now it says you're unable to join. It's working great so far. Yeah, same thing. It won't let me fucking add you. Maybe Courtney can do it. Can you do it on your end? Can you do requests or
I don't even see any fucking options to do shit.
because
Wait,
you're
hang on.
add on? Do you have the plus sign?
In this room, just me and you.
Do you have the plus sign at the bottom or no?
No.
Motherfucker. Well, I think the only thing that we can do is probably I'm gonna have to restart it on my end and start fresh and want to come back and get back on because I can't really think of anything else to do. It won't let me. Wait, hold on. Sending request. Let's see if it works. What about now?
There it is.
Boom.
Look, it works now.
Sweet.
Hey, there it works. And turn the light up.
Turn the
It's a
light
little
on.
dark.
Is that how you watch us? Just sitting in the dark by yourself?
I mean, yeah, my wife's at work and kids sleeping, so why not?
Your wife is at work. What is she, a stripper? It's fucking late.
She's a nurse, so I actually got my vaccine.
Well, those were the two
in my
options.
arms here.
Those were the two options. Nurse or
Bartender,
stripper?
stripper, or nurse?
Yeah,
Oh, I guess there is.
yeah. My arm's like hurting a little bit, but not too bad. I got a shot yesterday.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I basically, I've heard that here in the Bay, they're pretty kind of loosey-goosey about it. So apparently if you just show up and be like, I'm in education, they'll just give you a shot. And Rosina and I are thinking about it. My mom actually just got her first shot, so I'm super stoked on that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's going to get her next one in like a week or so. And then I just told her, I was like, you're flying here as soon as it's over. Like, just come here and visit. Because, like, I haven't seen my mom in, like, over a year. Since the last Christmas before. So she's just, like, she's immune. Not immune, but better chances than me. Because I was like, because I wanted to go to Ohio and fucking and then it's like, oh, I can't really hang out with anyone because if I get on a plane, I might pick up some AIDS and then spread the AIDS to everyone else while I'm there.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get AIDS because you can pass it through like butt stuff.
Which is all I do in Ohio when I'm there.
That's it. Yeah, I get it.
95% of the reason you come home.
I like.
That's like, yeah.
I like. You know what I like about this is that you guys are small and I'm still big. That's very important to me and my ego.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess you can't add a fourth person then.
Well, yeah, you can't. You can't. You do the fourth, and it would split us into four. I've seen a screenshot of what it looks like, and it's basically the same thing. Top tip tapping. I don't think anybody else will come on now that there's 3 white guys on here. No one.
Right. Yeah.
We've scared everyone away.
I got like 1.5% or something like that. That's what my dead racist granny told me when she was alive. Yeah.
Speaking of dead racist grannies, where's Drew?
Man, that's a great segue. He's for sure just having some, premarital sex with his PS5. No doubt about that.
I mean, you got to get it how you can get it, I guess.
He is balls in that thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he doesn't even have to like bend down to go balls deep in it because he's got those long, saggy ones.
I don't play video games really, so you know what I play? You know what I play a lot of? I play a lot of the Words with Friends. You know? You ever heard of that?
Used to back in like 2010.
Guess what?
I didn't know it was still around.
Oh, it's around. I've won 106 in a row.
Wow.
All against white ladies from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Who request me thinking, oh, he's just another guy. And then I fucking cook their asses for the culture. It's my way of getting back at voters.
You like hit them with gentrification and they're like, what does that even mean?
I roast these idiots every time.
Yeah.
And I love
you guys were talking about the compliments and like me being in this like, uppity white neighborhood that I'm in. I get some compliments here and there from like older ladies that are just like nice bulge,
I want to believe that's true. What are you wearing? Like gray sweats? What's the vibes? What's the vibes
Yeah.
at Florida? You know,
Some tight gray jeans, and then I throw a pair of socks in the right side of my jeans.
you gotta do what you gotta do at the Winn-Dixie.
Publix.
Publix. Both trash ass fucking grocery stores, let's be honest. Winn-Dixie's trash. Fucking Publix is trash. You know what rules? Ralph's. You know why Ralph's rules? Because it's fucking Kroger, and Kroger fucking rocks. Okay?
Kroger
I'll
does
be
rock.
in front
I
of
did
Ralph's.
I did enjoy Kroger when I was up in Columbus. I lived in Columbus for about a year and a half. And yeah, I did enjoy the Kroger and the Myers. I wasn't used to seeing that much alcohol in a grocery store because they separate them in Florida.
Well, it's different at Ralph's because Ralph's is just pretentious Kroger's because it's in LA and SoCal.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like it's in SoCal, and that's where I got all my groceries was Ralph's and Trader Joe's. So like, it's just Kroger, but like the Krogers in fucking Ohio have breweries and shit or some shit where people sit at bars and like just sit. And
Yeah.
drink
There's a bar.
Grocery shop.
I used to fill up growlers there.
I don't get that at all. Like, are you so desperate to get fucked up that you're like, man, we've been here for 10 minutes getting fucking.
You'd be surprised at how often
shit
shit was filled up.
Yeah, I'd walk by and it'd be some like, I don't know, 50-year-old dude. And then like, I'm just filling up a growler and he's like, old ball and chain shopping, huh? And I was like, no, I'm just getting this and going. Why would I drink here? And then he just looked at me messed up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I miss like where it's funny because like I'm so nostalgic for LA now that I'm in the Bay. Like even down to the fucking Ralph's grocery store, I'm like so horny for it. I'm just like I miss going to Ralph's. I go to Safeway, which is trash, and there's another chain called Lucky, which if you want like your chicken,
shout out to Britney
like,
Spears.
If you want your chicken to smell like fish, Lucky is your grocery store, but Safeway is all right. What does it say? I wonder what the regulars are like in those LOL. Jesus, Publix. I remember when I used to live in Miami. When I was in
Publix
Orlando,
has some subs though. Publix does have the subs.
Because when I was in Orlando, when I was in Winter Park, which is like outside of Orlando, which is where I went to Full Sail, I went to Winn-Dixie most of the time. What was up? Is there Albertsons there in Florida?
There hasn't been in a while. There used to be.
I feel like I went to Albertsons too. Something like
That's
that.
where way back in the day I used to do my movie renting.
I would go to fucking, well, honestly, me and a couple of my friends, we would just go to the Super Walmart at like 2 in the morning because we were in college and we had nothing but loans. And we would just fill whole shopping carts with groceries that we would eat because we were dumb. And we're like, it's free money. And we just like fill a whole shopping cart with like $300 worth of Walmart groceries.
And if you go to the right Walmart, someone will walk up to you and say, hey, do you want to give me the cash? Do you want to give me $50 for your $100 worth of groceries and I'll give you these food stamps?
Is that a thing that happens?
It happened to me a couple times in Florida.
Never happened to me. My Florida experience was very brief. 13 and a half months I was there. In Winter Park, which is basically just colleges. Yeah,
I've been to the Full Sail place a couple times to watch like wrestling events.
Was it UCF? UCF? Am I getting those numbers, those letters correct? And then
UCF's Orlando. Full Sail, and then the premier 2-year college is also in Orlando.
Because like when I was there, I didn't really venture out of like a 5-mile radius. So it was like we went to parties, like UCF parties, and then Full Sail parties, and that was it.
Yep.
I think I went to Flagler Beach once, and that was only because my friend I went to school with, his parents owned beach houses in Flagler. So one weekend we went and got a beach house in Flagler, and that was the only exploring in Florida I ever did.
Yeah, I live 30 minutes away from there, basically, is where I'm at. Wandavision.
We scared everyone away with our grocery store breakdown. We're all alone.
They probably didn't like my bulge talk.
They're like, yeah.
That's just because I can't.
I'm here to
see it.
hear about your.
They would have stuck around if they
Exactly.
saw it.
This is the problem. This is the problem with the second half. The second half of Nerdicide is always like a little wild.
Yeah.
And we just got it too hot right now with the grocery store opinions.
Yeah.
Gotta get me out of here.
I'll give my quick
Normally-
WandaVision.
Normally,
take.
I'm a little deeper in my cups, but this is my first drink of the night. So.
Is it a truly?
Yeah, what are you sipping on?
It is.
Yeah, truly. This is actually basically pure whiskey in the Baphomet chalice. Bum, bum, bum. And then I've got truly now it's currently the raspberry tea. I'm a big tea drinker, so why not have it in alcohol form? Is what I say.
So,
Yeah, no, I like that.
But speaking of being horny for things, Andy, now that you're here, I'm just gonna say, did a song come out this week that make you really horny?
Oh my goodness!
I
wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about this so much.
I want to make sure this lines up perfectly, that I know exactly what it is.
Yep.
And because I know you're such a horn dog for these guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, I watched the video yesterday, and I was like, this is a pretty fucking smooth jam. I'm sort of not a hater of one of the guys,
mm-hmm.
but I'm not a fan of like the music. I don't want to listen to it, but I am a
That's
fan
fair.
of one of the guys. And I listened to it. I was like, this is a smooth jam. So let's hear your horniness for Silk Sonic.
Yes. Leave the door open.
Yes.
I've probably listened to this thing like 100 times already. It actually inspired me to create a Spotify playlist called The Cookout, and I just put a bunch of cookout type songs on it. Shit like Before I Let Go, and then like all that like old school like soul funk music, that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is exactly what the world needs in 2021 is Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars coming together to give us some sort of soul funk thing. I watched so many interviews with those two too, and their chemistry is like unbelievable. I get what you're saying about Bruno Mars, because I'm guessing that's the one that you're not really as into his music, and I understand, because I feel like a lot of times like I wasn't into like Grenade and shit like that. But like his second one he did, and songs like Chunky I was a little bit more into, but it's almost a little it's definitely more in the new school Michael Jackson, like how that would be.
Right.
But like getting Anderson with him, I feel like Anderson kind of injected some of that soul funk that he has in him, but he's been too kind of popped out. So like this is going to be incredible, I feel like, because yeah, man, the first song was crazy. Again, just like all the instrumentation, the band is perfect with them. Bootsy Collins is like, working with those guys. Like it's just the perfect mesh. It's going to be not spoiler, prediction. It'll probably be my album of the year, I'm guessing.
I can see that. And dropping the single so early in the year, I think, is really smart instead of waiting till summer.
Yeah.
Because this track doesn't to me feel like a summer track. And they might have one down the line that is like a summer single. So this is like a really good kind of like introduction to like another big single that might be even more like through the summer. And especially now with the vaccine dropping and like Biden promising everyone vaccinated by May, people are going to be fucking out. So if you have jams right now, holy shit, you need to start prepping your jams for like June, July, because you could be making some money. And concerts are going to start coming back by the end of the year, I'm guessing. So like you need to have that shit on deck. I'm not a big Bruno Mars fan because the songs are, again, on the poppy side, pop records. Yeah. Not my thing. I like Anderson .Paak. I think he's super talented, and
he's my favorite artist out.
He's great, and I like them together. I'm not an anti-pop guy. Don't let the Exodus shirt fool you. I like pop. I like pop artists. I like pop records. It's just Bruno Mars always was just like a little too soft for me. Because like
I
I'm a
hear you.
cool, edgy guy, and my pins
Yeah.
in the grocery store. You know, I'm not a Bruno Mars at the grocery
You're
store.
trying to listen to clipping, not Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I'm trying. If I'm gonna lean towards pop music, I'm gonna go towards The Weeknd. You know, that's a pop record.
Yeah.
It's also like talking about doing rails.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to hear where the rest of it goes. I knew as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh man, I'm sure the fucking Draft Pod gonna do a whole episode about this one song.
Well, it'll be just me that's just going crazy on it. But again, Malibu is probably in my top 20 albums of all time. Anderson .Paak is he's incredible to me. I was surprised, just kind of reading YouTube comments, watching a couple reaction videos, how many people were like, "Who's this dude with Bruno Mars? That's awesome!" And I was like, "How do so many people not know about Anderson .Paak? That's wild to me. Makes no sense."
To a certain degree, like if we're talking about like teenagers, they predominantly just listen to very trap rap, I feel like, and whatever is popping on TikTok. And I don't think there's been a TikTok viral video with an Anderson .Paak song. Because when I was working for this food delivery company last year, pre-COVID, I worked with a lot of younger people, and like I would be talking about music, and I was speaking Chinese to them. They don't know any of this stuff. So whatever is not in their radar.
Should have told them about it in English then.
Yeah. I mean, I can only do what I know how to do, which is speak Mandarin.
You can't just assume everybody knows Mandarin, Justin.
Yeah.
I just speak Mandarin about Danzig albums.
Maybe it's your dialect. Yeah.
Could be. It's early 18th century. But
early 18th century Mandarin?
Yeah.
I just like accepted it. I was like, yeah, that sounds
Jesus,
right.
man. No wonder they didn't understand.
It's a deep cut. But like I've been talking to this one dude I work with, Jason, and like he's such a good dude, and we would talk about music, and he'd be like, I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is, and I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is, and that was 90% of our conversation. And Anderson .Paak, while he is a younger, more rap artist, at the same time, he is also on the radar of more, I feel like, music people.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not making TikTok records, is what I'm saying.
No, no, he is not. His records are all hits. Like when he jumps on as a feature, they call them like a cheat code. And they're all hits, but yeah, it's never some sort of TikTok thing or whatever. It's just like really good music.
And there are a lot of producers and songwriters out there who are just hopping on songs or going in the studio with a lot of known artists who are just like making the songs pop, and people don't know who they are. And he could be that, even though he was in the Modelo commercial, which I saw a lot. If you watch NBA games, you might know who Anderson .Paak is.
I do.
Commercials. But if you're a music person, you know who Anderson .Paak is. If you're a pop, trap, rap young person, you might not know who he is. But you might know after this record, because when I saw the fucking this is like what, Aftermath in Atlantic or some shit, I was like, okay. So not only do you have these two artists, but you have huge record label backing behind you. You have Interscope behind. Once I saw, I was like, oh, this is an Interscope thing. I was like, okay, so by in 3 months, this is going to be like the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah, and they said they started working on this several years ago when Anderson .Paak was opening up for Bruno Mars when they went on tour. So this has been kind of in the works for a long time. But credit to Bruno Mars here. He told Anderson .Paak not to say anything to anybody. They weren't going to email copies of anything to anybody, so no leaks would happen. So literally, there's only hard copies except for this when they release stuff, because Bruno Mars is so controlling of when the stuff will release, so that everything feels like a surprise. Which I actually kind of dig that, because when it came out that they were going to come out with an album, it came from out of left field, There was no leaks of anything, and then the song drops, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh my goodness, we're actually getting this. So I like being surprised. I don't like these long rollouts or that kind of stuff. I like stuff popping out of the blue because then people can't try to hype it up. It's more of like just listen to the music, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, when like two artists kind of come together, which is more often than not rappers, when they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're recording together, doing songs," that shit never sees the light of day.
Yep.
Or if you're like a Zach De La Roca, like Zach De La Roca recorded like a whole album with LP that we just never got to listen to, which is
That's
depressing.
crazy.
Depressing. When he went solo after Rage, he recorded full on like studio time with LP before when LP was really hungry for money. So you're gonna tell me those songs don't fucking slam? Give me those
I bet
records.
they're amazing. Yeah.
Give me those.
Who did the One Day as a Lion with Zach?
Yeah, that was good, but like, give me the.
Who
LP
did that with
record.
him though? I don't remember who did that with him.
That was a dude from. It was a dude from at the drive-in, right? The guitar player.
Omar?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right.
It's the at the drive-in guitar player.
Yeah.
But like because like
That's a killer
LP,
record. Andy, if you've never heard that record, Zach De La Roca's One Day as a Lion, I highly recommend it. I think it's like 5 tracks.
I'll check
Oh,
that out for sure.
It's
fucking
really
slams.
good, but it also leans heavier on like his singing, more of like the harmonizing singing. Whereas I feel like the LP stuff would have been like him just more like just spitting.
Yeah.
Spitting.
This motherfucker spitting, and that's what I would like to hear, and that's what we get in little tastes of on the RTJ stuff. But I feel like that was probably a decade ago when they recorded those, and I was like, I want to hear that. I want to hear. I don't care what the content is or what he's rapping about. I just want to hear his tone, his aggressive tone. Give me those records. But anyways, with like people doing like recording together, like how long is like this the rumor of like a J. Cole Kendrick album and things like this, which
that thing's been rumored for like 4 years, so like I just don't expect to see it.
Yeah, I feel like people record songs together and they listen to them and go and that's it. And
it's like the Dr. Dre album. I'm like, that shit's supposed to have been coming out for like Detox for like 20 years or something now. Like, I don't need it. It's fine.
I definitely don't need it because all I listen to is Exodus. That's not
I want to be that guy and be like, name one Exodus song.
Satan, demon, thrash, devil.
That's a good. That's good.
Wes
and track.
Bonded by Blood. That's the title track of the album. It's a great song.
I don't know if you guys have heard it, but Wes and our buddy Kevin Aldridge have been making me listen to classic rock albums or just rock albums in general.
Oh, nice.
So letting Wes control your life. Just be your own man.
Oh, I just like it's not something I would typically listen to, and I like the fact that it's different. So they switch off back and forth on which albums I listen to. So far, Drew's recommendation is the one I like the most.
The Suburban Vermin. That should be the first thing he makes you listen to.
Yep, you should.
No, I don't know that one. I'll put it on the list for sure.
That's Wes's high school band with Suburban.
Oh, okay.
Suffer through that one.
Yeah, they gave me Afghan Wigs, which I kind of ripped apart. I didn't really love that one too much. But
Gentleman album.
Yeah.
You weren't into that at all?
There was like 3 or 4 songs that I liked. The last song that was just all instrumental, like I loved. That was the honestly, best song on the album.
That album is a top 5 album for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We were talking about it, and it was just part of it.
I think if you had heard it probably when it first came out, like we did, you would probably be way more into it. I think that's a hard.
More like an emotion. It was super depressing. It was super depressing. And like we were on our Britney Spears week, so it was kind of weird because I was like just getting off of listening to like Baby One More Time, and then boom, I'm listening to that. So it kind of fucked me up.
Yeah, Baby One More Time and then Fountain and Fairfax are...
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine trying to do that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
The one I've liked the most is the one Drew gave me, which was T-Rex by Electric Warrior or something. Yeah, that's the best one I've listened to, even over a couple Rolling Stones albums and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you guys got suggestions, throw them in. I'll listen to them and review them on the show.
But just remember,
Excellent.
Wes is not your boss.
Oh, for sure not.
He's not the boss of you.
Wes to be on like, guess what you're doing this week? You're gonna eat snails, and that's just all there is to it. And you're like, oh.
I'll eat a snail. I don't care.
See, you know, if Wes came on right now and said we're gonna eat snails, you know what I'd say? That's a turnoff.
You'd say you're gonna ship them to me so I can.
I would say that's a Shelley Bateson hard pass. My God. Shout out Wes, who I love to death. You know what's funny? We talk a lot of shit about Wes in the second hour of Nerdicide. No one sees the second half of Nerdicide. So if you want to make fun of anybody that you know or like, no one will ever see it. It'll be on YouTube, and no one will get to that second hour.
Nobody sees this shit. Oh my God, dude, that was the funniest fucking.
There'll be some fucking. Well, I think only.
Well, it's different now because it just carries over, right?
Yeah. It's one long thing now. But like when I go into the editing, I will see it. There's been two things recently that I've edited out of clips because I was a bit drunk and have said some things. But like, cause like we know all these people and we're like friends with all of them, and none of them are ever on, and we just like roast them on here every once in a while, and they never see it.
It's pretty great.
Liberating. It's liberating, and Wes of all people deserves to be roasted because he makes himself so available
to be roasted
on the internet. The funniest shit, which I regret not doing when it came out, was when it comes to Wes, which I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I still think I might do, which is there was a Taco Bell commercial from like 2 months ago, right? Where like the kids come into. They walk into a room and the dad is like on like a horse and he's recording something, and it's like a son and daughter, and they're standing there looking at the dad, and he's like on a horse with a camera, and he's like, "It's for TikTok," and they're standing there with like fucking straight faces like annoyed. And I was gonna tag Cash in it. I was like, "Is this an accurate like representation of what your life is as a teenager, where your old ass dad is just like recording TikToks and you're just like, what are you doing now? Why are you on TikTok? Stop taking my things."
That sounds about right.
I regret not doing it. Now the commercial's probably faded out of the zeitgeist, so it wouldn't make sense. But when I saw it, I was like, that's them. I was like, Cash be like, I'm just like a fucking cool kid, like, you know, like doing my own thing. And then Wes barges in with cameras, like, record this song so I can put it on the like, Dad, please. I want to be a kid. It's like, record it. I love that shit. I love imagining like this like exaggerated like version of what is actually going on in their house, and like Wes like, we're gonna talk about these emo records from the 90s, and Cash is like, can I just do my homework?
Yeah.
And I don't know how it would be if I had a kid that age, because it might be the same shit where I'm just like, get on this live stream and talk about how much you like Cyclops right now for 20 minutes. And he's like, Dad, I fucking hate you. You know?
It's fair.
I do like the idea of Wes standing over top of Cash just yelling at him to go practice his ukulele.
Yeah.
Go listen. Get up, kids.
You're tearing this family apart by not practicing your uke.
How do you not know this?
How
do you not know
after
this
my
Get Up
kid
song by now? You better have this shit memorized by 3 o'clock.
I'm gonna be like, where's my damn beat? I'm recording in 2 hours. Get on the keyboard, chop me up a beat, kid.
I wish I had like that kind of because when I was doing the toy boxing on Thursday and it was just me and I'm just like talking and I'm just like trying to like and I'm just not good at it. I'm good at like this interaction, like I'm good at bouncing, but like just alone on an island, just like hey, watch me open this. It's so boring because like I just can't do it. So like
That's the hottest thing to do now.
God bless Wes and his TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't ever heart the videos because I want them to kind of fall out of my algorithm because I'm only interested in dog videos on TikTok. That's really all I want to see is like cute dog videos on TikTok and occasionally political stuff that's kind of funny, but not too preachy, but like funny stuff. When I get on TikTok, it's usually when I'm on the shitter and I don't want to see Wes.
I gotcha. Because then it's like he's looking at you.
Like, oh, look at this cute dog. He's barking, I love you. That's what I want to see when I'm on the can. Those are the vibes.
Courtney, you had a question for me?
Yeah, so how do you feel about them making your favorite sexy rabbit not so sexy?
I was joking. Yeah. Somebody tweeted out like, how am I supposed to beat my meat to this? And I thought it was hilarious, but like to me it ain't that serious. It's like, okay, well, you know, Space Jam was whatever it was 25 years ago. If you think about like, you know, and granted she didn't really grow up. They just put they put ant clothes on her, you know, like your aunt, not ant. So like, yeah, she's not gonna get anybody all like rocked up, but like probably in 2021, that's probably not a bad thing.
Yeah, and people are horny enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to get horny over a cartoon rabbit. Definitely not.
I mean, I don't mind it, but like if it's not a thing, it's not gonna like piss me off. Like I don't care that Dr. Seuss is getting canceled. I don't give a shit. And you know, Lola Bunny is still hot underneath her clothes. You know what I'm saying?
I just think we all need to focus on our canceling trajectories and our focus in general. I was actually ranting about this during my hike this morning with my girlfriend. I was talking about what we really focus our time on and who we're coming after.
Yeah,
because I know like the trending thing in the last week was about Eminem, like you know, Gen Zers are trying to cancel.
Yeah, it was weird. It was so weird.
And I'm like, okay, well, Eminem from the get-go basically told you straight up that he created an alter ego called Slim Shady, where he raps about horrible stuff that he thinks it's not really him, but it's his way of doing this and talk. And if it basically allows him, as any author or writer does, if you write a book about horror or about murdering people, you are not condoning murder. I don't know what people don't get about this. If you are Stephen King, you are not like for child murder. Maybe for child sex, but not child murder.
Maybe, yeah.
If it taught us anything.
Yeah, like... And even down to like, I do think Justin Timberlake is like a piece of shit, but like, do we need to focus any time or energy on how Justin Timberlake, when he was also 19, 20, did dumb fucking shit and said dumb shit? These are not your enemies right now.
Right.
If you want to focus your attention, you need to focus after banks, politicians, corporations, who are basically got your boot on your neck, trying to keep you from getting money, trying to keep you from healthcare, livable wages. But you want to spend all your time being like, oh yeah, this comedian made a joke that's offensive. And it's just like, even down to the fucking chick from Star Wars, like Gina, whatever.
Carano, yeah.
Was that shit dumb? Of course. If Disney wants to fire her,
she's just more stupid than anything.
Like, these are not your enemies right now. Like, you need to everybody needs to recalibrate your attention not to pop culture as like your go-to for like who should we come after next. Literally, there are politicians still in office who voted racist laws into order, into actual laws. They're still there. And nobody ever talks about like, hey, this old fucking Crusto said this like 30 years ago. No one ever talks about it. But they'll be like, bring up an Eminem record from 15 years ago.
Yeah, or they brought up the Kevin Hart thing from like way long ago. Again, and we're like, he can't do the award show. I'm like, get the hell out of here. Like,
again, comedians are like off. There is no difference to me. Like, you either like the art or you don't. No one ever comes after people who write novels. They're like, oh, I wrote a whole book about a rapist.
Yeah, I mean, I never would because I wouldn't see it. Yeah,
and it's like, no, he just if you made a painting about with a guy stabbing a lady, nobody like he's pro stabbing women. Like, you just like, oh, that's a painting. That's how your brain.
No, you would. I almost guarantee that there would be a very small group, albeit a small group, but there would be a small group that would be like, that guy likes to stab ladies. He wants to see women stabbed.
I mean, there are obviously those small percentages of people where their art kind of is influenced by them being pieces of shit, i.e. like Marilyn Manson, where he's actually committing like rapes and assaults and then write songs about it. But there are also people who write songs about rapes and assaults. Like, especially Eminem. Does Eminem make good records anymore? No, his fucking songs
not really.
are garbage. But everybody who knows Eminem knows that he just sits in his big mansion studio and never leaves, never does anything like a normal person. He's not dating. He's not going to clubs. He's not looking for women. He's in a sense like the biggest fraud of all, because if you want to equate like realness with rap, which is a mistake people make all the time, he doesn't do those things in the same way that like rappers don't go out and sell drugs and murder people when they rap about it. I mean, but that's a very small percentage. Eminem is a classic hermit fucking weirdo. Like, all he does is write raps in his studio. He doesn't.
You know what these kids should be doing? They should stop the second that they look at a current photograph of Eminem, see his beard, and go, "Oh, he's crazy. He's just a crazy guy."
He's got a Nick Cage.
We'll leave him alone.
Full on Nicolas Cage beard.
Yeah,
he's like, get off my lawn. Except he doesn't have like real grass. He's got AstroTurf that he vacuums.
He's completely on a different fucking planet. Like, he's not.
He's like on his AstroTurf lawn, like eating melon balls. Like, leave me alone.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist and I don't get all like horned up about like, oh, the media is the problem and they're just trying to like. But I do think at times, I don't know what it is about people's focus points on pop culture figures over people who actually make laws.
Right. Yeah,
they're like more upset about like a rapper saying something about burning a house down and strangling a lady versus like a legit politician who's like actually changing laws and things that hurt people or help certain people that shouldn't be helped. Yeah. And there's not the same attention. There isn't that degree where it's left versus right.
Yeah, when your policies literally lead to fucking people burning down houses and fucking killing people.
And like, obviously there are people arguing about politics online, but they're just they're arguing the fucking Lakers Celtics game to me. They're just like left versus right. We're like, this is
right.
When I do it, it's fine. When you do it. And we should all learn a valuable lesson from the Biden shit from a couple months in. That's like, you got a little hopeful and then it's over. It's just like, it's back to the fucking same bullshit. We should all, and that should unify us. I feel like at this point,
should.
I feel like we're so close. We're so close.
Yeah.
But like,
I gotta be honest,
like, some people are unreachable.
I'm at least very happy that, all of this stuff doesn't hit my news cycle daily anymore. Like, I don't give a shit which way it is. It's like, I don't, like, I can kind of not go about my life. There's fucked up things still happening, but it's not like it's an argument every time I step outside or talk to somebody that doesn't feel the same way I do. It's different in the sense that like I'm not going to say they're doing a good job or anything, but at least it's not like something that you're arguing about daily anymore, which I kind of dig.
Well, it's just like there's a trash fire, but there's no camera on it anymore.
Yeah.
The live feed
Yeah.
is kind of turned off, which I was watching Jesus and Mero, and they were talking. Who were they talking to? Oh, the Ramy dude. It's a Ramy show where he basically said it feels like we don't have a president right now, which is kind of how I feel, because we had such a figurehead always in your fucking life, which is very fascist in that way, where you had a person just like yelling in your ear every day, to a point where you're like, you don't really know what's going on until you find out. So it's like you feel like you don't have a president anymore. I don't know if it's good or bad. I guess
I think it's good at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's good for 4 years, but it's good at the moment in the sense that everybody needed a fucking break.
But like everybody except for the people who are still making gold statues of Trump and praying to them, and fucking.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, apparently there was something I had no idea about it. One of my buddies told me about that. There was a bunch of people that thought he was going to get back into office a couple days ago.
It was the other day.
I
March,
was like,
whatever. He was going to.
I was like, are you kidding me? They
You know what
actually thought that?
Yeah, fucking, that was a QAnon fucking
it's a
bullshit thing. And
just
I
wild
equated
to me.
it to like those doomsday fucking, not necessarily like the doomsday cults, but like the doomsday predictions of like, oh, it's going to be on this day and it's going to happen, and then it comes by and it doesn't fucking happen. They're like, oh, I read that wrong. It's going to be on this day now.
Yeah,
well, they
or like you,
They keep pushing. It's like they just keep kicking the ball further down the field every time. It's like.
But what's fucked up about this one is they could keep going that 4 years, and then his dumbass gets reelected, and he's like, "See, we fucking told you."
Yeah, they could
Fucking
do that
told
route.
you.
But even if you look at like, I don't know if you saw that Alex Jones video where he basically like was ranting about like he was mad that he ever met Trump or believed any of this shit, and it's kind of.
No, I only know about him and frogs.
Yeah, like he's a conspiracy thumper, and he basically.
I like to eat.
He like trashed QAnon. He trashed Trump. He said it's all bullshit. He said that he basically called him like a false idol in the sense of like what he wants to see happen. And that's how everyone, I hope, will kind of in like 2 years, because it's still very early.
It's gonna take a little bit, yeah.
But maybe in 2 years, when you go, okay, by the 100th Q thing that didn't happen, you kind of go, okay, well, this is really not gonna happen.
Like if you went to jail, right, and you had a girlfriend that you'd just been seeing for 2 weeks, you could be like, okay, a year in, I get out, maybe she'll still kind of mess with me. But like if you hit 5 years into Slammer, like, do you really think that you're gonna get out of jail and like you guys are just gonna go back to normal?
Right.
That same thing also works for the Army.
Oh yeah.
So what I want to tell everyone is, don't join the Army unless you want your girlfriend and wife to cheat on you. Message of
Wow.
That old chestnut.
Yeah, because me as a person who is a terrible, gross person, I may or may not have hooked up with ladies who had men away in random countries.
Andy, that means he did.
I'm guessing that's what that means.
That's 100% a real thing that happened.
I mean, I used to go back to Ohio all the time, and I lined up a lot of gross behavior every time.
That's like 90% of Ohio women.
Yeah.
Are available because their dudes are in
like,
fucking the Army.
I had some good years post 9/11. Which is a sentence I probably shouldn't say.
It's the weirdest sentence of all time.
Salad years.
From 01 to 03, man, it was fire.
It was fire. It's a fire choke back in Ohio. If you were looking. A lot of lonely
man.
ladies while their husbands were away.
Uh,
But that's reality.
whew.
That's why I say don't join the army or go to jail.
Yeah, definitely
do
don't go to
anything for the
jail.
government.
Yeah.
They're not going to help you. They're going to give you $1,400.
Sorry, I was taking a piss. Did you just claim that 9/11 got you laid? That's what I heard.
I mean, I didn't say that.
He did not say it though.
There's been a lot of tragedies that have gotten me laid, is what I'm trying to say. National.
I think that's just a thing that happens. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
That's why there's some real scummy dudes that are like, they'll look out for. I knew some people that would look out for like chicks they knew at the bar they'd find out they were getting divorced or in a bad marriage or something, and they'd be like, whatever chick they were at first interested in, they were flipping their move over to like the thing that was more of what they viewed as a certain thing. It's kind of messed up, but it is true.
Yeah, it's called a safe bet.
Yeah.
I'm a retired scumbag. So I can talk about these things in past tense, which is nice.
Hanging up your black book in the rafters?
Oh, the black book is long gone now. It's long gone. It also helps to literally leave the city where you did the most horrible thing.
Yeah.
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 And also, like...
Fuck, I just bought a house in it.
Yeah, when you kind of settle down, like when you really settle down, and then time just flies by so fast.
Yep.
So there was like these windows, these pockets where I was just like had all kinds of bad energy, and they were like snaps. They're snaps compared to what life is now. So they pop up every once in a while in my brain, but yeah, I mean, I basically, when I would go back to Ohio, was just like, I would set up like 5 or 6 appointments, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha.
They were with vulnerable Ohio women who were very excited by a man who lived in LA, which even though I have like
I was about to say,
$30 in my checking account.
And then I become guilty by
West Coast
association
guy,
because I'm chauffeuring him to this shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like the West Coast guy is coming home, and there's something kind of alluring about that.
I'm like so cool. I live in LA, and I'll like. Meanwhile, I have like $30 in my checking account, and I'm just like, yeah, you gotta come pick me up, though.
Yeah.
Come pick me up to cheat on your husband or boyfriend.
But they're like, well, he's in another state, so it's not like it's gonna matter.
It's a different kind of poor. Like his poor is actually he's doing really well.
He's actually trying to do something, and I'm stuck here, and I want to be doing something, so I'm going to let him live vicariously in my vagina.
Perfect, because that is so accurate to the personality of which I ran with for so long, which is like artist guy struggling, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of a persona in LA for men to get laid, especially when you go back home. You're like, oh.
And it's not the same in Ohio.
I'm out there writing.
I can't imagine.
Being a struggling artist in Ohio is, I'm just poor.
Well, writing a screenplay in fucking Ohio is basically like just like you went outside, you're just like throwing rocks at a wall. Why would you do that?
So there's the answer for people that are down on their luck. You know, just move maybe a couple hours away, right? And then, you know, post like you're out in some sort of luxurious place, but you're slumming it as a starving artist. And then you're coming back home, and you tend to come back home a little more than people would expect. So you're doing okay enough, but they're like, oh man, he's out in LA just, you know, trying to make it out there.
And I don't feel bad about it. I didn't do anything wrong. I actually used the reverse in LA for girls who were from locals. I'm the fucking
Ohio
small
thing?
town boy from Ohio.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I love my mom is my best friend, and all I do is sit in my apartment and write screenplays. I'm just trying to make it, and that worked on LA Women. It's like a reversal.
Right. Yeah.
You can be a piece of shit on both coasts, and it works perfectly.
Mm-hmm. You
And
were
it
like,
did.
I'm from a town that looks like Letterkenny.
Worse.
Same.
I'm from a town where everyone has bangs, but not because it's trendy, because they just cut their own hair.
They're still stuck in that stuff. They're wearing those fat scrunchies still.
They still have thin eyebrows, in those towns. I gotta
They
pee
let
so
their
fast.
leg hair grow just so they could stay a little warmer during the winter.
You guys talk.
It's like my backyard is like king of the hill.
Yeah.
Like I could go stand in my alley and drink beer.
Oh man. That's the thing that I kind of miss in some regards is like I'm in this freaking like neighborhood where you have to cut your grass, you have to do this. It's like and there's some Facebook thing that I've never joined that, you know, my wife doesn't do it as much anymore, but she'd be like, "Oh my God, they're just like complaining about somebody that was outside the house for 10 minutes, probably because they were
Oh
getting
shit.
ready to mow the lawn, you know?"
We have
And
that here. It's the
yeah,
nosy ass of Bradner,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
our friend Holly got blasted on it the other day because her dog got out, uh, had opened the door and got out and was barking to get back in, and it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they just put her on fucking blast. They're like, who leaves their dog? Because it had snowed real
Oh
bad and
my
everything, and it was
goodness.
like super
Yeah.
cold. So they're like, who leaves their dog out? Blah blah blah. And
Oh, I
it
love
was
that.
kind of amazing too because there was a lot of us that got on there who aren't
I still
normally on
haven't
there
trolled that page yet. I'm going to.
and just like tore these people to fucking shreds.
Yeah.
Like
I
read the
still haven't
fucking
gotten
story.
around to trolling that page.
Right,
I went
right.
to like during the thing with like Holly's thing. I remember was blowing up about their dog or some shit.
Dude, the craziest one that we had was I was actually outside smoking a cigarette and I heard it. I didn't walk down to see it, but it was again like 2, 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. This dude was like screaming bloody murder, and he was uptown by the post office yelling that someone tried to cut his dick off.
Oh.
Nice. I mean,
And
that's pretty
apparently
common.
it started on the street that I'm just bought a house on.
Nice.
So like right around the fucking corner from where I'm at, and he walked all the way uptown fucking just screaming. And I'm like, do I call the police? Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. And
I think you just
then
let him
like
go.
yeah, like the police showed up already and everything, and there was an ambulance, and like he was just screaming that somebody cut his dick off or tried to cut his dick off.
I mean,
It was amazing.
I've been screamed at in the streets of in LA and SF so many times by maniacs. It's pretty common. That's why I was like, I think that page is so funny. It's like people are like, oh, last night there was a car accident, and it's like, okay, big news. And then like there's like, oh, the other day there was a dog barking, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, y'all need to fucking
Yeah.
move to a city
Yeah.
and shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah.
what are you even talking? None of it is important or exciting. It's like, but I've kind of forgot about it, but I am going to find the perfect thing to troll eventually, where I'm just going to be like, just going to start commenting about like, I
think
thought about
that's
making
it.
a post.
Yeah.
I thought about making a post about like somebody I know who lives in Bradner about something that they're not really doing, but that I'm complaining that they're doing, just to see if it snowballs.
Maybe a gentleman named Gary.
But no,
Ooh.
I was honestly thinking about like Wes. Like,
Dude, I waved at him the other day. We were going somewhere. Lynn and I were going somewhere. Oh, we were going to look at furniture.
who's Gary?
Oh.
Which Gary?
Scary Gary.
The legend.
Gary.
Fucking Scary Gary, dude.
Who's Scary Gary?
I
Oh
can
my
send you a
God.
picture. Even I know
Yeah.
who he is.
I can send you a picture. Send you the same picture. But I waved at him, and my wife was like, "Do you seriously just wave at him?" And I was like, "Yeah." So when he comes to our house to murder us, he'll be like, "Oh, that's the guy that waved at me."
Yeah,
Hey,
he'll
guy.
cross you off the checklist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a man I'm glad I called that guy.
Good plan.
I see now. I can't really live my life like that because I see a crazy person every single day I leave.
Yeah.
They're on the corners and they're just yelling at the sky. Can't make friends with them. Just hope they don't make the long trek up the hill to the house.
That's the crazy part. I miss that stuff so much. And I get why my wife wanted to move to a nicer area because she works in the crazy. Because she always goes to like trauma one hospitals, which are the hospitals that are more crazy stuff happening. The gunshots, the stabbings, all that kind of stuff. And like, she forgets that she goes to work and deals with that and then comes home to this. I'm just working here all day and then just dealing in this neighborhood. So it's like, I miss that kind of stuff of like some random person just yelling at a pole that he thinks is an actual human being.
I get that. I mean, less now that I go to this, because we go to SF. Because when Rosina had her studio on Market in SF, and then when like before the pandemic hit and like the year before, her studio was there, and then I was taking classes in the city as well as working in the city. I was always on the train, so if you didn't run into a maniac on the BART into the city, you would run into a maniac in the city. If you didn't run into a maniac, you would run into a pile of their shit, which they shit on the sidewalks freely everywhere. Which I'm so glad I don't have to go to the city just so I don't see human shit every single day.
I remember that being like one of the first conversations we had when you moved to SF was fucking, it's like, people just shit on the street. And I was like, no, they don't. Like, yeah, they do. Like, that's fantastic.
The homeless here, and it's not like that in LA. Maybe it is now because I mean, maybe things have changed. Maybe they've caught the vibes of SF and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do the same shit. When I was in LA, the homeless people, first of all, didn't have such elaborate tent towns, which they have here, which look like little fucking communities. Some of them, like Berkeley, gives them solar panels, and they basically just live in these fucking crazy things. It looks like Mad Max. And but in LA, the homeless people, they didn't shit. They had the courtesy to shit like behind the building or in the alley
in the corner or something.
Dock.
Yeah.
Here, they just shit right on the middle of the most busiest street, like right on the sidewalk. And the cops don't arrest them because what are you gonna do with these people? There's nowhere to take them.
Yeah.
I can just see
the thing is, some of them might
eye contact with a cop while they're shitting. Like a dog, like the way a dog stares at you while it's shitting.
Well, how
like,
many of them want to get locked
do
up so they can get a free housing and food?
Well, it's like what's the worst part about the Bay is the differential between the rich and the poor here is so drastic.
Yeah.
I feel like in LA you had a really solid middle class. LA has a solid middle class, which I miss because there's a lot of people who are working in entertainment but not making millions of dollars. Like you can work on a TV show and you make normal wages or whatever if you're not a writer or a producer or something. If you just work crew, people make decent money there, but they're livable wages, and people aren't rich. And then you have people like who just live in apartments and stuff. You have a lot of good middle class. Here, it's like the tech companies, which are basically like out the fucking sky rich. And then you have the poorest people here. Because at one point, like a lot of people moved here, in the 60s and 70s, and there wasn't a lot of money here in the Bay. That's why they all came here. And now that all of these tech companies and all of these things have pushed all the lower class right out of SF. You cannot live in the city, so you have to live in the outskirts. It's a really drastic, terrible representation of like how fucked things are in the country. Well, I literally live in it every day. Where you go to the city, and LA in a sense it was that way. But when I drove from like West LA and then I cruised to like Beverly Hills, I didn't feel like bad. Like when I was in a bad part of LA and then I would go to a good part, I never really felt like, oh, this is terrible. Here it's completely different. Like when you go to a shitty part of town and you go to a different part of town, you literally the sidewalks are a different color. Like you just can't. They're not. It's not the same planet. And
I can't imagine that shit because you know what it's like here, where you can go to like Bowling Green or Perrysburg and see the same shit that we have here, and the nicer parts of those towns aren't much nicer than what we're already in. It's not like there's like a line where shit just gets like uppity, unless you're over by like the hospital or something in Bowling Green where you can see like the nicer houses and shit by the hospital. They look fancy and everything, but they're like 1,000,000 years old. It's not like they're fucking like brand new homes. They're the historical fucking homes. It's, I don't know, there's not that juxtaposition from street to street. It's here, like my house that I'm living in now, where I pay like $575 for fucking rent, knowing that it would be in like one of those neighborhoods in like Bowling Green because it's a college town, that price immediately fucking doubles is stupid as fuck.
$575.
But it doesn't make it any
Yeah, I
goddamn
know, that's
nicer.
crazy.
It
I
doesn't
was
make
just
it any
thinking about
nicer.
that. Yeah.
I still remember when I had that apartment with Denny, which at one point was Dave and Denny.
Yeah.
That shit was like $175 a month.
That's fucking amazing, dude. That's
great.
fucking amazing. That's like, half a house.
At the same time, it did not have an oven. It didn't have an oven. But it was a fully livable place. Like that to me, $175, that is like an alley. That's an alley in like California. That's a nice alley. Like what are you even talking about here? Like it's like that's fucking and that's that led to my falling out with Denny for that short time, which is because he was just spending that money on weed and couldn't come up with rent. And I was like, dude, it's $175.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like I can't
I was working
recall.
at Big Lots, so I was like, I could.
You can make that shit in an afternoon.
Yeah.
And even in my apartment,
I actually lived with a buddy of mine that I had worked with, and that was like the rent for the room in the house that he had. So I mean, I was paying $175 to stay in his house, and had my own fucking like awesome fucking room, and I was waiting tables at that time, and I remember like paying him in rolls of fucking coins, where I would just like go to the bank and get like a thing of fucking, like I would pay him every time I did it, he'd be like, please stop paying me in fucking change. And I'd be like, but I have so much of it. Like, I want to get rid of this shit. And I would be that asshole that wrote my fucking like name and address on the fucking like roll so he could take it to the fucking bank.
Even when I left my apartment, which we lived, like my apartment was in the Valley in Sherman Oaks, which is like a little north of Hollywood and south of Calabasas kind of vibes. Very residential, schools, houses area. I lived in an older building, and when I moved in, Billy and Andy were living there, and I kind of just crashed. And when they left, I took over, and then I had roommates off and on. And so, like, it was rent controlled. So, like, the rent didn't go up too much. I think it was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It was $1,200 kind of at the get-go. And when I left, it was only, like, a little over 13, maybe $1,370 when I left. That is
that sounds like a really good deal. Yeah.
It was a fucking deal. And I'll never be able to get a place that big with that amount of space. Because I had tons of closet space. We had huge rooms in LA for that cheap. And that was because I lived there for 12 years. So like rent was going up, skyrocketing in every neighborhood, but like for that it was rent controlled, thank God. And like here, apartments and studios, which are actually, from what I understand, are going down because a lot of people are leaving the Bay and going up to Oregon. A lot of tech people.
Oh, that's good.
Because like it just can't afford it. So a lot of people are leaving here.
Dude, that is so fucking stupid though, because like buying the house now, our house payment is only $200 more than what we're paying in rent. We're not even breaking the $1,000 mark on a fucking house payment.
I still remember when Josh
Because I
Huff
live in
bought
Buck, Ohio, nowhere.
Yeah.
When Josh Huff bought his house, and I remember him telling me what his mortgage was, I was like, it was still cheaper than my rent in LA for an old ass shitty apartment. Yeah. I was like, okay.
That's fucking bananas.
That's why when people in Ohio, she was like, I am all about it. Like, you got a house, I'm happy for you, but like, I'm not impressed unless you get a house in California. Then you are a baller. If you get a fucking house in California,
we were looking at moving out there. And she's a nurse. I do pretty good now. But like we were looking at going out there.
Anywhere.
Dude, but all your clients are gonna be really upset that you're gone. I mean, you service them really well.
But we were looking, and it was in the San Francisco area or whatever, and it was like $500,000 for like the cheapest house in the hood.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Andy just wants to move out there so he could shit in the street.
Absolutely.
That's a given.
Well, I just want to move out there so I can invite Drew to come out so that he can shit in the street.
You know, right there in he fucking lives here. He lived here and shit in the fucking street.
It's right there in the Zillow listing. You're just like, hey, you can shit right in your street.
I can go out right now and take a shit in the fucking street.
Well, yeah,
nobody's out.
Shit in Bradner.
No, nobody's out right now.
Nobody would know. There would definitely be a post on
I'm half tempted to go fucking do it right now. Just to prove the point.
Like,
do it.
I'll live stream taking a shit.
Do it.
Take a shit, and so it'll be up on that nosy Bradner page. Someone shit on the corner of
Here's the thing. Somebody would see me.
Yeah.
They don't stop me, but that's where they go to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, you can do that. Just don't play a song from like some artist out today.
Yeah. Don't rap about shitting on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
I just can't let my dog out.
Right.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Guys. I think we should call it 9:42. I'm 40 minutes over my deadline of ending this.
All right, it's good jumping on.
Yeah, we're glad you were able to, man.
Yeah.
Anytime you're bored, we do this. Before I go, we're not going to be back next week, but I'm going to be back on the 20th, and we're going to have this dude I used to work with in LA. I worked with him on a couple of shows. He has a Venom-centered YouTube channel called Venom Vlog. He's going to be a guest, and I'm going to interview him, talk about...
He had popped on earlier for like a minute.
Yeah, that was Venom the Madness, different Venom guy.
Oh, was it? Sorry, I just saw Venom.
This is a dude I actually know from back in the day. He's going to come on, and we're going to bullshit. I don't know what time it's going to be. It might be a little earlier. But he's got a great story to tell because he's had several aneurysms still alive.
Mm.
He's a really unique guy, and he's got a pretty strong YouTube following with his Venom channel. So he's going to be on the 20th. I got to work out the times, but that should be fun. And now that we have this option to because it used to be like I would do an interview and then Courtney would just sit in the chat. So now we can all kind of talk at once. So that's pretty cool.
Finally.
I'm happy for this update. Although it'll still just be me up here with all the space.
Until you get a fourth person.
Yeah.
We don't have.
He won't allow it. He won't allow it.
No.
It'll happen once, and he'll be like, I don't like being that small.
That's right.
And then it'll never happen again.
If Drew would have come on, it would have been a foursome for sure. I would have allowed it.
And that would have been the one time. And then
This
everything
was the last
after would
chance
have
for
been
it to
like,
happen. Yeah.
No.
yeah, my head was too small.
But yeah, so that's the next step on the agenda for Nerdicide, and hopefully, we didn't really get to anything else I wanted to talk about tonight, which was like we can save that for next time. But I had a great fucking time chatting it up and talking shit.
It was a good time.
That is my favorite thing to do, is talk shit about pop culture and people I know, things of that nature. Those are my favorite things to do, is just talk shit in general. So I had a great time.
Hashtag bring back Lola's titties.
Hashtag sidewalk turds.
How am I supposed to jerk off to that?
You know? I can't imagine. It's 2021.
What's the next draft pod subject? Let's hear it.
We're doing parodies, some movie parodies. So spoiler alert, hopefully they don't see it, but like Spaceballs will be super high on my list because I think it's better than Star Wars.
Yeah, you mentioned that a bunch of times.
Does Not Another Teen Movie count?
Yeah.
That would be my number one
movie
pick.
parodies are there? Were you gonna go like scary movie and shit? God, I don't.
Yeah.
Want to talk about that. Most movie parodies are irritating. So you're down to like 4 that are good, and then the rest.
No, Mel Brooks has a bunch.
Loaded Weapon, Hot Shots.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Naked Gun.
There you go.
So scary movie. What about Airplane? Is that a parody of disaster movies?
Possibly.
Yeah, I'll have to. I haven't started my research yet, so.
Being on the stream, streaming on the stream.
It's not shitting in the streets,
what about Monty Python?
Yeah. So that stuff would count. So I mean, I think there's enough to pull.
Yeah, you guys have a solid list, about 4 things that are worth talking about, and the rest will be garbage.
That's all right. We'll figure out some sort of messed up thing to talk about.
Next time you guys do your Friday dumb bracket thing, where you're like talking about like best cheesecake flavors or whatever the fuck, your 3 of you will be on there at once finally.
Yeah. I think we're doing it.
And be like, hey,
the week of 3/14.
Then I'll come on and be like, hey, that's stupid. I'll be like a 4th window. I'll be like, hey,
yeah,
that sucks.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Well, spoiler alert, we haven't told anybody else, but we're doing pies for 3/14 Pie Day.
Good joke. I was pretty close to cheesecake because I was really close with it.
But it'll be all kinds of pies: pizza pie, regular pie, fucking shit
charts.
pie.
Andrew Cuomo pie charts.
Pot pies.
Yeah.
Cherry pie. In regards to the Vagina Warrant song.
Yeah, I mean, apple pie is clearly better to have sex with.
Yeah, but cherry is more dirty because of the hymen breaking.
It's true. I won't talk about that one. I'll just hold that one to myself.
Hold it to yourself. I mean, if you've ever
okay, so
hymen, it looks like it.
So having sex with an apple pie makes sense because of the movie and everything. But could you call like one of the Hostess like fruit pies?
Ooh,
would that be like equivalent to a pocket pussy?
Oh yeah, like a McDonald's one.
Pies.
Is that like the fleshlight of pastries?
I think it is. So that's what you can count on us talking about.
Very nice. Oh, I ran out of data. Awesome.
He's gone.
Good for me.
All right, dudes. Thanks for having me.
Get off here. I gotta go eat dinner. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm starving. It's been fun. Courtney is now gone forever.
Or until next feed.
He's gone until November, and I guess we'll just say goodbye now. Andy, thanks for coming on. It's been fun. Like I said before, anytime anybody is on, anybody who sees this at any time, feel free to come on with your opinions, and you want to roast us or tell us we're stupid, feel free to hop on. That's what I want. I want conflict.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. You guys are stupid and dumb, ugly fucks.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, no problem.
Too late now. Yeah, I'm going to go. Wandavision forever. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time on the side. Peace in the Middle East.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.